The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to our Black Friday live event. I'm Ed Hopkins. I'm the Chief Technical Officer. With me as well is Elena Pasamato, our Director of Operations, and Keith Gaitan, the Marketing Director. How you guys doing?
We're doing good. Happy Thanksgiving.
Yes, happy Black Friday here.
Happy Black
Right?
Friday. Yeah, did you guys see how crazy it was?
Yes,
Check this
yes.
out. Check this out, guys. This
I've
this
seen the videos. Yep.
guy choking a little kid. Just insanity.
It's
Crazy.
ridiculous. That's just
Ridiculous.
ridiculous.
Why don't they just shop online?
I don't get it either. There's no.
Wow.
It's probably gonna be one of the worst ones ever.
Yeah, I don't get why people don't just shop online. Like, what? It doesn't make any sense to me.
Hey, look at it. They're getting a Hisense HD TV, which they're cheap anyway. I mean, they're doing this to save $20. I don't get it, but hopefully everybody on this call, they are not going to be pushing and shoving for the deals that we have for you guys today.
That's funny because like they're pushing and shoving and they're just throwing those TVs around.
Yeah.
They've already damaged it probably and broken it to try and get it. They're just gonna return it and be like, it's broken.
Yeah, I broke it. I broke it when I punched some guy in the face.
Yeah, we got a lot of people on board. Where's everybody from? Can you put it in the chat box? Yes, this call will be recorded. I'm coming from Monroe, Michigan here. Anybody near Monroe, Michigan on the call today? And it's, what is it, about 35 degrees out today in Monroe? I know it's chilly everywhere, but we're looking forward to getting going. So I'm just going to give you a little disclaimer here. Warning, you're about to watch our live Friday event. We'll be showing off our creations and giving away money during the call. $1,000 will be given to one lucky participant at the very end. Being a live event, there may be some mistakes, screen freezes, background noises, kids, all that stuff, some accidental bad language, and inside jokes you probably just won't get. So is everybody ready? Put a 1 in the chat box, and we can start kicking this off. Okay, how this is going to work, and in the chat box you can probably see the instructions. We're going to show off a product, and the product we're showing off is going to always appear here first, and then we're going to give you guys a coupon code, and then you're going to put that coupon in and then hit go, and that'll reveal the deal of the day for that particular product.
Black Friday price. Please, no pushing and shoving.
No pushing and shoving, no choking little kids, no shooting people. So we'll do this in a nice, orderly fashion. You will notice that there is a little section here under each product when they finally do reveal themselves. If they can be bought individually only, it'll indicate that. If that product can be bundled up with another product, it would probably be a good idea if you put the code in to wait for the actual bundle to appear so you can get the best pricing and maybe even get more features than you originally wanted. So you might see something that you like and just want to try to jump on it, then learn later during the call you could have got it bundled up. So always keep in mind, we're going to put everything in the chat box so you guys can reference it, and that way you guys just don't get confused. So every time we reveal a product, you're going to go to agencysnap.com. So was that easy to figure out for you, Keith? Was that easy to do that right? Okay, good. Yeah, we're going to try to have a little fun on this call, so like I said, just bear with us. One of the first products I want to show you guys is Woot Text. This is our SMS gateway. It's used by over 10,000 marketers and has over 60,000 installs. We have been marketing this probably for over 5 years now, and it is still one of the top of line products that are out there for SMS marketing. Every single install can be done on your own servers. It's entirely white label. You can do unlimited installs, and we also have a full training center as well. So I'm just going to take you a quick walkthrough, and then we're going to actually create an SMS campaign and pick a winner, and then somebody can win $25. So hopefully you guys will participate and follow along here. So many of you guys probably already have this. If everything already looks familiar, don't worry. There's a lot of people on this call that have never seen this before. This is the admin center of our WooText SMS Gateway, completely white label. You customize all the colors, all that good stuff to match your brand. It gives all the stats. There's a lot of settings in here for payments, deleting numbers. We have our own API, even an appointment system as well. You can assign credits to certain accounts anytime you want. You can create unlimited accounts within the system, and they will be considered sub-accounts in your Twilio account. And Keith, I know you has a few comments about Twilio too. Keith might have stepped off. All right.
I'm here. I'm sorry. I forgot I had muted my microphone. Sorry.
So,
I'm here. Can you hear me?
even for the most people that are already on this call and already have WooText, we do have something down the line which will make this a more powerful system.
Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, I'm sorry. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now.
Oh, it's like I'm like one of those commercials. Yeah, I was gonna say about I was talking and I realized that I had muted myself by accident, so I apologize.
Oh, okay.
So on the Twilio is anyone who's involved in SMS in any way, shape, or form probably is using a Twilio account and using those credits, and that's how you're setting up and using all the tokens and things for whatever program you're using. Well, one of the things that's going to be a benefit partly with us is we are actually launching something. The exact terminology I might get wrong, Ed can correct, but we're going to be at the switch. Meaning we're going to be able to provide you SMS service at a far better price than Twilio, and you can port over all of your numbers with a click of a button. So you can immediately just start saving money on your SMS for all the current stuff that you're using.
Yeah, in some cases, you're going to save well over 20%. The SMS costs are a lot cheaper. The long code numbers are a lot cheaper. And the delivery is so much more faster. And we also have, I don't want to give away too much. We have some unique stuff to make sure that all messages get delivered with long codes. And of course, our system does use short codes as well. We do have a Canadian and a US short code. Our system does allow you to manage all your Twilio numbers. And then in the future, when we have our own little SMS gateway with our own long code management system, you'll be able to get numbers from there as well. Our system also allows you to port landline numbers into this system so you can send SMS from a client's landline number. You can come in here, buy numbers based on state, area code, and then add them to the system automatically. You can also, if you guys have your own short code service, you guys can plug that into the API here, and that's using a Twilio long code. And you can also transfer numbers back and forth between sub-accounts in our system. We do have a full payment system that records all the transactions from PayPal, First Data, and other API outside transactions that you might be using, like Stripe. You can create your own payment packages with sales buttons. You can manage all your sub-accounts inside of the system as well. And then let me go back here. Let me stop this. I do have a ton of sub-accounts, so it'll take a while for it to load. Like I said, we have short code service. You can create unlimited keywords based on your plan. The UK short code has been terminated because not many people were interested in using that for the marketing. Didn't quite have the viewership that we wanted for it, so we have terminated the UK short code. You can add your own resources to the back office, all this stuff. Unlimited images. You can change the layout, colors of the system, of the main system for what the clients see on their side. Customize emails when accounts are suspended, if their account is low, all that good stuff. You can manage your own FAQs inside their member area. There's also a mobile web page for the client so they can log in and send mass SMS just from a cell phone or a tablet. So I'm going to go back in. This is all the stuff that your clients would see when they log in. there is just a feature-rich, just so many options here for a client, but you can portion those out in their package, only allow them certain access. For example, we have the coupon builder, which is a state-of-the-art coupon builder that's been around for like 5 years and still used today by a lot of marketers. We have our own appointment reminder system built in. We have an interactive voice recorder in voicemail. We have an SMS scheduler. And as far as SMS campaigns, you can do keyword campaigns, contest campaigns, trivia campaigns, viral, loyalty. We have a lead prospector, which will send leads round robin to different salesmen. There's our scheduler. We can select the winning number at any time, which we're going to show you here in a second, so you guys can participate. You can create SMS web forms. You can add credits and also phone numbers to your account as well. Before the call, I already added a phone number to this system. So I'm going to go ahead and create a demo campaign here. And I'm going to show you how quickly we can deploy a campaign. So Keith, if you're with me, let's create a fake company that we're going to be creating a campaign for. What do we want to call that?
Black Friday International.
All right, Black Friday International. And then the keyword, we'll just call it Black Friday. And then we're going to click Save Campaign. Now this allows, as soon as we create that, we now get to assign our phone numbers. And I did pick one earlier from Michigan, so I'm going to choose this one. Click on Update, and then click on Save. And then I want to create my messages. So I come down here. And because of the layout, the way we've set this up, we have everything in its own little windows, SMS autoresponders, the list, campaign statistics, tutorials, and campaign notes. All this stuff can be organized the way you want it. And all these windows are movable, just like windows on your Windows computer. So I'm going to go ahead and create our campaign. I'm just going to assign a short code keyword, test164. Next, we can do our compliance message. 6 messages per month. We can also put delays between each SMS. So I'm going to go ahead and create a campaign message here. Welcome to Black Friday. We'll call it BFI. Thanks for joining. Now that's the message that goes out as soon as someone subscribes, and then if someone types in that short code keyword or long code keyword again, we can say you are already a member. And if we want, we can send them a deal. Still save 20% on your next purchase here. And then we just put a link to the deal. And this will become really more valuable once we show you our coupon snap system, which that alone, once you integrate it with this, this will make this system even stronger to make the decision to go forward and use WooText. So I'm going to go ahead and click on Save. Now I want you guys, so let me open up my text box here. I want you to text the keyword Black Friday to this number right here. I'm going to leave it on the screen for like maybe a minute. Let me make this bigger so you guys can see. I'll make this 26 font. So you're going to text Black Friday to 616-723-9600. I will give you guys a minute to text that in. You guys should get back the message, welcome to BFI, thanks for joining. And then once all you guys have texted in that keyword to that number, we'll pick a winner and let's give away 25 bucks. How about that?
Sounds good. I just texted in.
You just texted in? All right, I'm going to
back. Welcome to BFI. Thanks for joining. Next.
I'm going to refresh. Let me refresh this here. Oh, wow, it was only 4. So you have a good chance of winning 25 bucks, Keith.
Hey.
all these people on the call, and no one wants to win 25 bucks. All right, I'm going to give you guys another few seconds here. Black Friday to 616-723-9600. 9,600, and we'll give away 25 bucks. If anybody needs more time, put 1 in the chat box if you need more time. If you guys are running for your phone or you can't find your phone, if you need another minute, let me know. All right, come on, hurry up, guys.
I can just use messages on my computer. It's synced up to my phone. It's even easier.
You can only do 1 entry per number.
Right?
Just because it doesn't mean you want. I have to actually pick the winner. I'm going to show you guys. I'm going to show you guys how we pick a winner here. So let me refresh this again. All right, there you go. You guys, now you guys are playing along. All right, so now I want to pick a winner here. And then I'm going to choose my Black Friday group. Only 9 of you. Interesting. I'm going to pick 1 winner. Congrats. You're the winner. And then I'm going to go ahead and pick the winner. It better not be you, Keith.
I'll surrender the gift if it's me.
All right. The winner is this number right here. Who is this number? 516 area code. Whose number is that? That's not you. I know it's not you, Keith.
No, it's not me.
516.
They should have gotten the text.
24001. Okay. Michael, that is you? All right, cool. All right, I'm going to send me an email. Let me know that you won. My email is wootext@gmail.com. And Mike, you got the message, right? You got the winner message? Awesome. Outstanding. So everything's working good. All right, next I am going to send a broadcast to everybody. Let's see if I can get this thing to work. All right, let's do this. I'm going to create a voice broadcast. I'm going to send a voice broadcast. Select type. I'm going to do a televoice. 1734. So I'm going to put in my phone number here. It's going to call me, and I'm going to put in the message. All right, that's the televoice.
This is the Teely voice system. Please press 1 to start recording, 2 for hang up. Please leave a message at the beep. Press the star key when finished.
Hi, this is Ed Hopkins. During our Black Friday event, I'm sending you guys this mass blast to thank everybody for getting on the call, and hopefully you guys win $1,000 at the end.
Thank you. Your recording saved successfully.
All right, so we're going to give this a few seconds to process. This thing's going to churn away, and it's going to rip the broadcast. This is really great for schools, wouldn't you say, Keith?
Yeah, excellent.
Yeah, I mean, just imagine like a superintendent on a snow day, just being able to go in here and automatically be able to send their message like that.
Yeah, my school does it already. I mean, my kids barely started school this year, so someone else beat me to the punch because I wasn't even thinking about it until my kids, and then I registered, and then I get these all the time because their system is far weaker than ours. It's like some robotic message, but they're already locked into somebody else. But I tried to resell it to them.
All right, was this one? No, that's not it. Which one was it? I think my flash was disabled. It's very important that you have flash. I'm going to do it again. Hey, I told you guys, things can get messed up.
It's live.
It's live.
Not Memorex.
Not Memorex. All right, let's do this again. 1-734-799-1671. I've been having problems, I don't know if you guys too, with the latest Chrome. Every time you go to a site that has flash, it'll not work.
Yeah, I've been having issues with Chrome, so I've been defaulting to Firefox for the past couple weeks. Certain things just won't load on Chrome. It's really bizarre.
Here, let me refresh this screen again. And I'll try this again. Call this one Black Friday. Do televoice. 1-734-799-1671. Dial.
This is the Teely voice system. Please press 1 to start recording, 2 for hang up. Please leave a message at the beep. Press the star key when finished.
This is Ed Hopkins testing the Black Friday televoice system. Hope everyone's having a great holiday and looking forward to Christmas. Hopefully somebody can win $1,000 today.
Thank you. Your recording saved successfully.
All right, let's see if hopefully Flash will work for me now.
It's so cool. There's so many great uses for this.
Give it one more second to churn here.
I have like
Here we
restaurants.
go. This is Ed Hopkins testing the Black Friday televoice system. All right, so we know that's saved, so I'm going to go ahead and save it. And now I'm going to send a televoice. And I want to send this to the Black Friday International list. And do my terms and condition. And I'm going to send my broadcast.
Hey, I got it. It wants me to answer.
Does it? See if you can play it live. Hope everyone's having a great holiday and looking forward to Christmas. Hopefully somebody can win $1,000 today.
Did you hear it?
Yeah, I love it, man.
That's cool.
So simple to use. I would love to just show you guys maybe one more thing here before we have to reveal the deal. That's how we do things here. So let's go ahead and edit this existing flow here. So you can create interactive voice recordings and voicemail here. So we have a greeting. Hello, welcome to the IVR. Please choose from the following menu. So that'll be like a robo voice. You can also do a file, which would be like a creative done by a voice talent from like Fiverr. Then we can automatically flow them into the menu. So you do next menu. If someone presses 1, do this. Presses 2, do this. We can send an SMS notification to, like, for example, my phone. And then this is a notify you got a call from, and then you do phone. That way you can collect your leads, and you can do these flows. They're on them. You can send an email. You can send an SMS instant reply. So if someone, for example, presses 1, not only will it notify me, but I can send them back a text message and send them to, for example, my website. So you can create all these flows and actually create a system that works just like a real voice recordings that you hear when you call up the big companies, big corporate phone lines that are recorded. This will allow you to do that. I know we have an 800 number. I don't know if it's on this one, but Elaine and I have one for sales text chat, and that's where we get all our support desk information and calls and all that good stuff come into there. And we can handle that call right away. It actually whispers to us too and tells us where that call is coming from. So if we want to, if we know it's like a scam number that's been calling our 800 number a lot, we know just to ignore it. Or if it appears to be like a real customer, we can press 1 and it'll actually start the conversation. And the system will also record the entire call from the moment it starts ringing. So as soon as they connect and it starts ringing our phone, even the ring to our phone is recorded. So you get the full recordings of every single call. I'm going to answer a few questions here, then we'll reveal the deal. Can you send a voice blast using shortcode? If yes, what's the cost? No, shortcode service on SMS only works with texting. There's no such thing, at least in the United States, that allows a shortcode to call you unless and this is the only way it could be done, is from a mobile service like T-Mobile. Sometimes I'll get a call from T-Mobile, and it will be from a short code, but they're the only ones that are capable of sending voice because they actually own the phone line, so they can configure it that way. Delphine, I think it's Delphine, right? This seems like a comparable to Ring Central. What is the comparable rate if you know? If you're referring to cost, the Twilio cost to send for a call, I think it's 0.5 cents per minute. When we introduce our new service, when we do have the calling service enabled for that, it's going to be about half that cost. So look out for that. That's going to be after we launch the SMS versions. But I have to move on here because we're already 25 minutes in. So what you guys are going to do is you guys are going to go to agencysnap.com. I'm going to enable this coupon here. Let me copy it from my list of coupons. If you guys want to get Woot Text at the best pricing ever, you're going to go to you're going to go to agencysnap.com. And where's my chat box? Right there in the chat box, and you're going to use code WOOTDEAL. This will get you full access to Woot Text, unlimited installations, and a full members area. So let me pause my screen here, and I'll show you guys the members area. One moment. I gotta go to the welcome screen. This is our members area here. This is where you manage all your installations, how to install. You get the admin training on how to use the admin, client training, coupon builder training. All that stuff is included, automatically free. You can also manage your short code service from within here as well. And I guess I'll show you guys what the deal looks like. So this is the best deal we've ever had. I'm going to put in Woot deal. Click on go. This is going to be $27 a month. This has never been offered that low and won't be ever again.
It's Black Friday.
It's Black Friday. Everything must go, and we're going to allow 100 of these to go at that price. Once we hit 0, we're going to take this deal down, and the coupon code will no longer work. For those of you that are already members of Woot Text, you don't need to do anything. You're just playing along.
Exactly.
I guess I could probably send one last text to you guys. Let's send just a regular SMS.
This would be great. I mean, outside of schools, just restaurants, and like I live in Hop Highway, like the mecca of breweries, to get a personalized message from the proprietor. They can record their own message and send it out. Just really takes it up a notch. Especially, hey, it's brunch this Sunday, or Happy Thanksgiving, or any of that. That's pretty sweet. It's pretty high end.
And you can see how simple it is to send. Obviously, using a long code, you're going to get only send of 1 per second. But if you guys are using short code and you have a list of like 10,000, the whole list will be sent in an SMS within 30 to 45 seconds. That's where a lot of people get hung up and say, hey, I built my list so tall, but I'm sitting here waiting for this thing to load to send messages. Well, that's when you need to switch over to short code. All right, so I want to send it to Black Friday International and do my terms and conditions. I'm going to disable the short code, send the broadcast, and hopefully everybody gets a text. Did you get that, Keitho?
Yep, just came over. Love you guys. Happy holidays. Thanks, brother. You too.
All right, so once again, you guys are going to jump over to agencysnap.com. You're going to put in coupon code WOOTDEAL inside of the chat box, and you're going to grab this killer price, $70 off the regular pricing, $27 a month for Woot Text. Next, Keith is going to show us What are you going to show us, Keith? You're going to show us something cool, right?
Yeah, I'm going to show as soon as you give me the screen our ApperSnap. I'm going to go over PWAs and our ApperSnap app building suite, as it were.
All right, coming your way.
All right, here we go. So hello, everybody. So first, before I get into this, so I want to talk a little bit about progressive web apps and kind of the importance of them. About a year ago, maybe a little more than a year ago, Apple put this moratorium on publishing apps in their app store. They had decided that there were too many, like there's however many billion apps in there. An overwhelming majority of the apps were all clones of each other, just with a different name. Because there's all these like ourselves that have this templated app building system, which really opened up the doors wide for a mom and pop business to be able to have an app and play ball with the big boys, right? Because if I'm a mom and pop hamburger joint, it's hard for me to compete against Red Robin, and they have an app and people can order and it's not really cost the cost analysis to have an app built out from scratch and thousands of dollars, just it didn't make sense for a mom and pop, and so they just couldn't do it and go high end like that and do what the big boys are doing. But then by creating a templated app building suite allowed you to be able to go to them to build an app out with the features are all pre-built. You don't have to know coding. You don't have to know anything about computers to build an app for somebody. It's that simple. You usually pick a feature, change the name of it, put in an image, and done. So having that killer of an app building suite really opened up the market to going into to all these mom and pops, flower shops, and all that, and getting them into the digital age. Well, of course, templated apps are all they're all the same, right? But Bob's Burgers and John's Burgers are two different businesses, and yeah, their apps might have the same features, but they look similar in their format, but it's their branding, so it's still their app. Well, Apple decided they didn't like that. They decided that if a business was going to have an app, they wanted it built from the ground up. They didn't want these templated, similar, even though it's a separate business and it allows another business to just get in the game and play. So they put this moratorium. Well, when they did that a year ago, a little longer than a year ago, they literally pulled the emergency brake on getting an app published in their app store that was based on a templated app building suite design studio. It had to be only an app that had unique code and built from the ground up, which can cost thousands of dollars, which no mom and pop would ever be able to afford. Well, when that happened, Google, who had really been working toward what's now known as the progressive web app, that really gained traction all of a sudden, because now you could create an app-like experience with a website. So when you interact with it on a mobile device, it literally looks and feels exactly like an app. You save it to your home screen, it has an icon. You would never know the difference. The beauty of it is that it loads faster because you don't have to go to an app store, find the app, download the app, install the app, and go through all those steps, and then have it take up storage on your phone and also be running in the background sometimes. And I know many of us have had our phone give us that warning, hey, there's some apps that are draining your battery or taking up storage. You might want to consider getting rid of them to free up storage or, to save battery life. And so you'll look at those little maintenance things that are built into most devices, and you'll be like, yeah, I don't use that app anymore. Get rid of that. And, oh, I didn't know it was running in the background. And so you would purge apps. And so there's this new study that came out, and this was also about a year ago, that the average app is deleted within 24 hours. So that means a person loads an app and deletes it the same day. It's not living on their phone. And that's coming a lot from, and we're going to get into more of this about Wi-Fi marketing. But a lot of people, when they offer free Wi-Fi, like at the airports and different places, they require you, and especially if you're on a mobile device, to download an app in order to get we'll go to my home screen here. In order to get the access to the Wi-Fi, right? So you have to download the app. Well, people download the app, and then they don't need the app. So then after they're done using the Wi-Fi or they're out of the airport or whatever, they delete the app, right? So there's a big nosedive on native apps being loaded into devices, and this is still current. I think an app lives for a day, and the average person only loads, I believe it was like 1 or 2 apps a month. Well, with a progressive web app, it doesn't take up any storage on the phone comparatively. I mean, you're talking, kilobytes. It's just saving the address of the URL link is all it's really doing, and the image, which is super tiny. So it's not taking up, like when you pull up your storage on your device, it's going to be like the progressive web app that you have saved on your phone is going to be at the very bottom of the list. So when you're selecting apps to delete, you're not going to even get to that one. You're going to have deleted apps that were 100 megabytes or 10 megabytes. You're going to delete all those before you even get close to that, and it never runs in the background. Now, progressive web apps became so popular and they're so efficient that I'm going to show you here that Forbes, right? Forbes did a whole article on this, right? Progressive apps will replace native mobile apps, and it makes absolute sense because they literally work as fast and do everything that a native app does, right? There's a few caveats to that, but that change that. Obviously, like that you would need to, like if you had a music app, well, you can't store music on the page itself. It wouldn't work. You'd have to store music on the phone, and so an app like that would obviously need to be a native app. But general use apps that businesses are using, they're going to use them to build their social profile, their local profile, get them up there in the digital world, right? For a lot of businesses, a progressive web app can be their website. There are several businesses that still don't have a website because they don't, I don't really need a website. Understandable, but it really helps, especially when it comes to people doing Google searches. And the reason it's so important now is because Google has changed the way that they do their searching, where they do, now I'm drawing a blank, and Ed can help me in a second, but mobile first, what's the exact term? Ed, are you there?
Mobile first indexing?
Yes, thank you. Mobile first indexing. So mobile first indexing. So now if I'm looking Google and I'm like, okay, flower shop, there might be some flower shops locally listed on maps, but if they don't have like a website or a digital presence or a progressive web app, which can be a website, it's not going to be, in the top box. It's not going to be up there in the top. And so I might go to someone else because they actually have like a mobile indexing, meaning that and the mobile first indexing means any website, if they have a website and it's mobile friendly, that's going to be put at the top of the list, because the overwhelming majority of people now are searching or online on a mobile device, not on a desktop. And so they want to make sure that the user experience is friendly to mobile devices. Now, Forbes jumped all over this. If you go to Forbes on your phone, it'll then ask you to save to home screen because it's a PWA. Forbes has gone completely PWA for mobile people that go to that on their mobile devices. So if any of you go to it now on a mobile device and then it'll save the home screen, you'll now have the little app icon on your phone. It'll be real mobile friendly. You're going to love it. The next one also is Alibaba. Alibaba went 100% PWA. And I mean, look at their stats, right? An increased conversion of 76%, because it's just that much easier for people to navigate and use a progressive web app. So you guys can go and I don't know if I can do this, but maybe I can. Let me grab this, right? Copy, and I'll put this in the chat box so that you guys can have this link, right? And then you can download the case study about this, but it just shows really the importance of progressive web apps, the future of progressive web apps. Here's another cool thing about progressive web apps. when it comes to updates. Now, we all know that our phone operating systems, whether you're Apple or you're Android, there's always updates all the time. The operating system is getting updated. Well, a native app then has to be updated to work with a new system a majority of the time, or it's not going to work properly. It's going to be buggy and different things. So you have to then recode the app, republish the app in the App Store, and then the person has to go and then download again. You know, it says, oh, app updates, update this app, update this app. You know, I always get these notifications all the time about having to update apps. Like every day I look at my phone, it says 6 apps need to be updated, 8 apps need to be updated. Every single day, it seems like. With a progressive web app, you will never, ever get that message again, and they never have to be updated on the phone because they're updated on the back end automatically. So if I make a change, let's say a client of mine says, okay, I want to change, I changed the logo. I moved it. I have one client like this. It's a brewery, and he changed the logo, just the font of it, and a little design tweak in the mascot, which is a bear. I mean, it's so slight, you would be hard pressed to see the difference between the old logo and the new logo. But he wanted the new logo in there. Well, all he did was send me the logo. I saved it to the app, and done. Now everyone opens it. The icon on the phone, it all was the new logo instantly. If it was a native app, I would have had to make the changes and then republish it, and then they have to re-download it to have all the updates happen. So that's the beauty of a PWA and I can add features and they immediately show up. Versus on a native, if someone goes, you know what, I didn't really need a loyalty program, but I really would like to add a loyalty program now, a tiered loyalty program. Like maybe they have the points loyalty program, because you can have, and our system allows different loyalty programs. So let's say they were doing a points loyalty program, and now they want to do this tiered loyalty program, like a membership thing. They're like, oh, I want to add that one in. Okay, great. Well, on a PWA, I can literally add it, and the minute I save it, it's done. And it's on, and anyone that opens that app, it immediately has this new loyalty program in addition to. I have one business that has 5 loyalty programs. They have a loyalty program for beer, they have one for wine, they have one for cocktails, they have one for meals, and one for visits. Now, if they want to get rid of one, I can just delete it and it's gone. If they want to add an additional one, I can just add it and it's there immediately on a PWA, whereas on a native app, it's not going to be there until I republish that app, and then someone's going to say, get the notice, oh, this app needs to be updated. So you can see that there's a lot more friction and a lot more barriers with native apps now. That's why this article, and Forbes did the article, and progressive web apps are really where it's at. So you could go to an existing business that has invested time, money, effort, and energy into an app, but hits that roadblock every time. We're like, yeah, well, we'd like to do changes, and we'd like to add this and do that, but every time we do it, you know, we got to pay the app designer X amount of dollars, which is a lot usually, and then they got to republish it, and then everyone has to make sure they get the new updated version. And a lot of people come in and they're like, oh, I don't have that. Well, have you updated your app yet? Oh, I don't know. And then they got to update the app. So there's a lot of, you could eliminate that for a business and get them to switch over to a PWA pretty quick and decrease the cost that you charge to do updates. It's another way to really, you know, make some additional cash on the back end of selling an app. Because with a progressive web app, you know, depending on where you're at, the time of day, how you're feeling, what you're doing, whatever, because within our system, and we'll get to the pricing on our design suite, but there is no cost to you other than your time to build a progressive web app. And you can build as many as you want. So you can build 1,000 progressive web apps, and you're not going to pay any extra, not even a single extra penny, which means you get to sell them any way you want. You could sell someone a progressive web app for a one-time fee. No monthlies here. I made you a progressive web app so that you could replace your paper punch cards, because, you know, maybe you're you're really about the environment and you're an activist and you want to get rid of all those paper punch cards and go digital for people. And so you're going to go to your local coffee shop and say, hey, I built this for you to replace your paper punch cards for loyalty. It's the exact same loyalty program. Buy 10, get one free. See, here it is. It works even easier. You don't have to get a hole punch. You don't have to sign it. People aren't going to lose their cards and get frustrated because they were one punch away from getting their free coffee. You're not going to have to shuffle cards and all. It's over and done. It's so clean and simple. And I'm just going to, a one-time fee, I'll give it to you for $50 because I'm an activist and I just want you to go green. And so I built it. Here it is and done. Oh, wow, that's a great deal. And that cuts their ongoing cost of having to buy cards. Now, I know that sounds absolutely ridiculous to just give them a one-time fee for $50. However, you can add caveats to it down the road. You can say, yeah, and if you ever want to make a revision or a change, then I'll charge my standard pricing, which is $100 per revision. There's other features. We can add ordering features, and then you can upsell. You can say, yeah, if you want to add some of these other features that now that you have what's basically an app, by the way, you can do app orders. People can order from an app. You'll get it right there on the phone. You can have it. Oh, wow, I didn't know I could. Oh, so you can then take it to the next level. So what you gave away for $50 one-time fee can easily evolve into a monthly maintenance, hosting, and support fee for you of $100, $200, $300, some odd dollars. So you can see that there's a lot of that you can do with a progressive web app, and how they really are moving into the future. And native apps are definitely, if you read this article on Forbes, I mean, you're going to, and I probably droned on enough, and I want to show you the suite, but it's amazing. So in our suite, right, you get in here, and we have tons of training, right? Like, here, build an app. There's all kinds of supplements. There's sales material. There's everything. So you'll go into, we do training webinars, but you'll go into my apps, right? And you'll very simply, you go, okay, I want to create an app for somebody. You'll hit create app, and you'll create the name of the app, what you want the icon to be, right, which is under, how it shows on the phone. So obviously you want it to be short, maybe an acronym. You're going to put in who the client's name is, and all of this can be edited later. So let's say maybe you don't have a client right now, but you want to get something up and running. You can call it demo, right?
And I always recommend having a demo ready too. I talked about this on several calls. Like when you guys just happen to be out and about, and then you decide that you want to just bring something up that you're doing, you damn well better have a demo ready to go.
Yeah, and I do. And all I have to do is, so yeah, that's a great idea. I'm going to talk about that in a second. So, and then client email. So the one caveat to the system is there can only be one email per app within our system. But the email can be a fake email. So you just want to create a fake email for each app you create. And like I said, eventually once you sell it, you can change all this to the actual proprietor's business. Marking all these are irrelevant because none of that really matters until the publishing is involved, because whether you're building an Android native, an iOS native, or a PWA, the build is identical. It's only the publishing that changes that. So I've already, and when you really, really build something out that's really spectacular, and I suggest that, like we talk about how it's important to get the bugs out for yourself, your learning curve, right? So build an app, play with it, build out every feature, get into the minutia of it and really into it. So you really learn it, and you could build a really robust app. There's over 40 features that you can build into an app. So you can really build one out as a demo. Then once you have it and you've dialed it in, all you have to do is we have this great button here that literally makes a copy of the app you've already built. So if you build a great demo and someone says, yeah, I want that app, well, you don't have to go, okay, great. It took me, 20 hours to build it, but the learning curve's gone, so I'll probably be able to build it and knock it out in a couple hours. No, you can knock it out now with the click of a button. And then all you have to do is change the logo and the customer's information, and you're done. They don't have to know that. To them, you can say, yeah, it's going to be about a week, and I'll have your app built for you for my standard fee of, $500. Or if you want it expedited, I can have it done in 24 hours for $1,000 or $750. You can play with it. And, oh, well, I'd like to expedite that. That'd be great. I want to have it by this weekend because we got a big event coming up. Sure, I'll expedite it. It's going to cost you extra, and all you're going to do is come in here and click Copy. And then I'll show you how you build it out. So I partitioned these out today, and so I'll show you exactly how you go to it. So you're going to go to your App Design Studio, and you're going to use the username that is generated in the system and the password generated in the system. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my username. I'm going to copy it. I'm going to go to the Design Studio page. And you're going to just put in the username, right? Paste that in there. Oops, get rid of that part. Right, and then I'm going to go back in here, and I'm going to grab the password. And I'm going to paste it in there. And I'm going to log into that app. Now, you don't want to save the password for obvious reasons, because if you're doing several apps, it'll keep logging you in to the app that you said save username and password for. You don't want that, because you're probably going to be working on a different app every time. So don't ever have it save password if it gives you that prompt.
Let's pick a cool looking template here.
Yeah. So you immediately also get to choose a bunch of pre-built templates with the main features that a certain industry already has. So here would be like a brew house, right? Here's church, conference, events, food and dining, golf course, a hair salon, barbershop, health and fitness, hotel resort, music, nonprofit, or other professional services. Maybe it's real estate, maybe it's retail, you get it, maybe it's school, maybe it's a spa. So there's some real pre-built templates to kick things off, right? Because like you see, like nonprofit, it's like we're going to have a news feature. See, they've put in some of the key features you probably want, right? Music, right? It doesn't have the news feature, right? Ordering, there's ordering because you like trade winds, right? The hotel resort. Health and fitness, right? Going to have location, loyalty, reservations, right? Or a barbershop to make appointments and different things of that nature. Golf course. So I don't know which template you want to use, Ed.
Let's do the church one. All right, let's do pizza. Pizza's better. I like the pizza more than
like
church.
Pizza? All right. So again, you get to pick here. I don't know why that one's spinning like that, but it's this one right here. So it gives you a couple layouts to start with. This is the slide out menu. This is kind of the main grid menu. And then this is the bottom feature bar, which seems to be the most, and you can hit preview, which seems to be the most popular. Now, once you pick all these, you can still change it. So I can relaunch it. That looks good. So for example, I'm going to pick this one up here just to give you an idea. I'm going to use that layout. I'm going to stick with that name, right? I can change the name if I want, and I can go back and change it later. I'll show you guys. So now it's going to build. It's going to pre-build my app for me already for the most part. All I really have to do is add a logo, maybe change some colors to be the theme of whatever pizza place or restaurant or whatever it is, and put some contact information in there, and it's built. It's done. So that's where, you can go out and you can say, I have a real basic, 5-feature app that I start off with for $250 built. And you'll see here that you can build it like, within a matter of moments. And then you can say, yeah, and then I charge an additional $25 to build out each feature with an additional $10 a month in maintenance and hosting on that feature. This is taking longer than usual. It might be all the bandwidth going on here. Okay, here we go. All right, so now this is our design studio. So we have these home screen layouts, right? So this is where I can go and change it now. So I slide out, grid, scrolling, or the bar menu, the bar tab at the bottom. Here, it's going to slide out, but maybe I need to let people know, right? You always have this virtual phone here all the time so that you can show people what's going on. So here I can change background color.
Sorry to interrupt you. Yeah. Can you give me a link to the actual page so people can see you updating it as you go?
You mean to the PWA?
Yeah. So if you go back to the Apper Snap page, you can actually grab the link from there, from the Apper Snap page.
Yep, right here.
Yep, PWA link all the way to the right.
Yep. So I will copy. Oh wait, well I guess I got to open it. Hold on, sorry. And I'll copy it and I'll put it in the chat box for you guys.
And keep in mind, you can do a CNAME to this.
I'm gonna do that on
Okay.
this. I'm gonna build a CNAME for this app for everybody to show them how fast and easy you can do a CNAME as well.
Great.
So, let me, so you can change your colors. You can get into all of this, right? You can show how people navigate through the icon color, the text menu color. Like, there's so many cool details that you can really get this thing, the button text, the button icon color. Like, these are these outlined icons, but you can upload your own images, background image, right? And you can do your own or from our library that's in here of images, right? There's global styling, which kind of tries to run the theme through all of the features. As you add each feature, it'll kind of already adopt all of that. But here's like loyalties, a punch card, but you can do it tiered on the home screen, right? So one of the things would be like, for example, the branding. So let me show you how fast that I'm going to do someone's pizza place. So I go, okay, it's going to let me know, okay, this is how this works. Upload my logo. Okay, let's get started, right? All right, so I can go choose an image that they have, or I can browse one of my own. So I can just grab anything, and I'm going to do this restaurant right here. Let's see if I got a good logo for them still. Right here, Swami's Cafe. So I'll open that. Always try to get, as high a res image that you can from somewhere, and then you'll just make sure that that's selected. I'm going to select it. I can move it around now, right? And then I'm going to save it, and then I save up here. And now immediately, any of you that grab that link and are looking at this on your phone, if you swipe down to refresh, you've already refreshed the logo and have a new logo. Home screen background, I can change that image. I can do carousel images, which is really cool. So I can have it so that the images automatically scroll on their own, and each image can actually be linked to a feature within the app. So it can link to like our coupon feature or loyalty feature just by clicking on the home screen for each picture that carousels by. Don't want to, you guys are understanding that. I don't really, I think, need to build all of that out for you immediately. This is one thing I want to show the menu text, right? Because see how someone might not know what that hamburger is. So here, if I select that and I hit save, now people know that that's the menu, right? So, and I could change the name of it. I can add call us, directions, and share buttons that will appear on the screen. If I save that, now on the home screen, they immediately can hit call us, directions, and share. And the way that you build and program those, I'll show you in a second. But, right, I think you guys get the idea that this is real simple to build. It's very C-Spot run, great instructions inside the design studio. But now when I go to build, where I need to put in the first bit of information that you usually want to start with for any business.
Hey, Keith, really quick. Sorry to interrupt. You're on a roll.
Okay.
I'm loving the way it looks, but I have to make it rain right now. So everybody get if you're on a mobile device, get your keypad out. Make sure you get ready because you're going to be using the numbers here. First one to put in these set of numbers. Those of you on a PC, get ready for the numbers on the keyboard. First one to type in the following digits wins $25. So, ready? The number is 1022. First one to type in 1022 gets $25. And congratulations to Kevin Vanek. You've won $25.
Right on.
And I'll take a screenshot of the winner so you guys think we're not doing anything screwy here. And that way you guys can see. Because there was, this is all bullshit. Well, I'm going to take a screenshot of this and send you guys in the chat box. All right, Keith, go ahead.
So, all right, so once you get into the build, so there's a few cool things. I'm going to say, so the first thing you want to build as the feature is the contact. So in the contact, if I click on contact, that's where I need to immediately put in what is the information for those quick link buttons of call us. So I got to put in a phone number, right? That's going to be the phone number that it calls. For directions, I got to put in a location. And when you put in a location, you want to make sure that you grab the drop down of Google Maps. For example, if I go Empire State Building, right, I'm going to grab this one. right? If I put in an address like 2245 East Colorado Boulevard, Pasadena there, but if I don't, right? Oops. If I just do that and save it, it's not going to link properly or save when someone wants to click directions. You always want to make sure that you select the drop down that it gives you for that location. All right. Now you can also show some additional thumbnail images. This is great if you want to add a little image about, hey, maybe at our place I have a coupon, and then I can link it to a feature, or I can link it to an additional URL on these little images that show up underneath. So I'm going to pick this one for fun. I'll select that image. And the right image I'll add, let's see, is there anything else? I'll add the pizza image, right? Just so you guys see what it looks like. Phone number, I'll use that location. You can do opening or closing times or change them all, right? Get rid of it, maybe it's irrelevant. But now when I click save and I open this, see if I click on here, I didn't set a feature, but if I did, it would have gone to it, or a URL. Same if I click that picture. And then if I go back to the home screen, and see the virtual is always refreshing and reloading. And if you guys have this on your phone, you're seeing all this live. Now when I hit directions, it's going to say, oh, to the first location? Yeah, the first location, which is going to be the Pasadena address that I put in there, right? Anyways, I'm not going to, but there it is. So anyways, you guys see how easy all this really is to build and create in your app. So here's the list. So there's a great thing to go through, which is called the walkthrough, where when someone first loads the app, it'll tell them, oh, please allow this, please allow that, and you can set up all of those screens to be custom. So welcome, and in the welcome, maybe I want to edit it so that I tell them, hey, please save this to your home screen. It's very important. You're going to opt into push notifications, location services. Maybe I want them to sign up, so you can also require people to have to log in order to even have access to the app. We also have a group function where you can segment people out to where certain members get access to certain features and others don't. Like maybe it's a VIP club, or members that are VIP, they get access to special features that general members of a club do not get. So you can really do some amazing things with this app, with login, collecting customer information, data, features. Like I said, there's over 40 features, and every feature, when you select it, gives you a breakdown of what it is, and you can go through and you can rename it whatever you want. You can create whatever the icon you want it to be is. But we got an additional call us feature, car finder contact, custom forms, directory view. That's great for building your own POI list. Or maybe you have several locations, it's a chain, and you can build out the whole chain of locations. Email photos, events. We always have improvements, and so we add the improvements there. You got fan wall, which creates your own private chat room in a way that you can control. So you can filter that and delete things if you don't like them, and keep it more in-house versus an open forum like Facebook, where maybe you want to just keep things close to the chest for only your loyals to have a chat room. This is how you can do it and keep it in-house. You can create food ordering. Golf course, that requires it to be a native app, but it allows you to literally use the GPS of the phone and locations and map each golf hole, what the par is, where you're at the time. It's a pretty amazing feature, but obviously there's a lot of data for that one, so it has to store a lot of data, and that has to be stored on the phone, which is why the golf course feature has to be native. But you see, there's just a ton of features here, and I know we're trying to get through a lot of stuff here on this Black Friday. One of the things I wanted to show you, in addition to, you just can build it out and change the icons. Let me just do one icon change for fun. And it always lets you know if you've done anything to save it before you move on. There's no going back to undo once you change something, by the way. So save it or don't save it. But let's say I want to just change this location icon, because right now it has the map with the thing. I can just pick maybe this one, or they have, and you can upload. I can upload my own if I want. So if I go to my images and I go to browse, Maybe I want something more dynamic, so I can go location. Let's see if I have something in here already. Yeah, like I want colorful and nice, like that's a nice JPEG, so I'm going to use that one. See, I've selected it. Select, save, and now you'll see on your phones, if you guys have loaded it, or just here, you'll see that automatically now, instead of just that red outlined icon, it is a nice colorful image that I just uploaded. So that's how fast you can just put in cool icons and rename it and do whatever you want. Under the Publish button, that's where you will begin to put in all the information required for publishing. But ultimately, it only ever gives you the save option. It doesn't give you the actual Publish button. And that's because we have to control that. So if you ever get to the point where, like, okay, I want this app published, you're just going to simply, when you're in here, you're going to go to the on the home screen, you're going to go to the support button and just say, hey, would you please publish this app? And then we'll publish it immediately. But in here, I can change now the icon that's going to be on the phone that's saved, right? I can put in screenshots if it's going to be in the store, how I want it to show on an iPhone. So you get all the stuff. I got to put in all the basic information, what type of app it is, if it's going to be for kids, everyone, or adults only. All of this really, really cool stuff that you need. And when you select web app, a lot of the options disappear because you don't need all that stuff. Like I said, it's very simple to publish a web app versus publishing an iOS app.
And my clients really love the PWAs versus native apps because there's so many steps just to get your app installed. If you're using a native app, it's like you got to wait for it to upload, then it's got to unpack, and then it's got to open, and then it's constantly, every time you start up your phone, it wants to update the app. What's great about PWAs, it's there, it's a web page, and it's emulated like an app on the phone's device.
Right.
It's awesome.
Yeah, and so for those of you that have loaded it, if you still see the Omni bar above the phone, above it, like it's a web page, if you've saved it to your home screen, you're still looking at it through your browser. So what you want to do is just go and find it in your apps now and open it from the app icon on your phone. And then when it opens, it'll literally just look like an app. You won't have the Omni bar at the top anymore, the address bar. But you can get great app analytics if your clients want to know who's using it, who are my best customers. Because if you add the merchandise, it'll track who's your biggest shoppers. It'll tell you who's using what version of what app. Really great analytics and stats, where people are that are using it. See, it looks like someone already is in Asia on this webinar has loaded this app already. Interesting. Okay.
Hey, Keith, just so you know, because we're a little past the top of the hour, I'm going to go ahead and just reveal the deal. So you guys are going to go, if you guys want to pick up AppSnap, keep in mind, it is bundled with another product option at the very end. So it's up to you if you guys want to buy it now. You're going to go, if you just want to use this product and focus all your energy on creating apps for clients, go to agencysnap.com. You're going to use the code APPERDEAL, APPERDEAL, and that is inside of the chat box.
So moving on, like a lot of people have loaded it and you're all anonymous. And so I can go up here like I showed you in the settings and I can require sign in. And then I will get your information. But when I have this, if I am requiring people to sign in, I'm getting emails. If I add integration, look at this. Automatically then, everyone that loads the app and gives me their information, I can integrate them into my MailChimp account, in my Constant Contact account. Really fantastic feature for a business so that they can keep building their database on their other systems. I get to send push notifications. Really cool features here. Now PWA has to be published, but like I said, there's no publishing cost. So you can build a PWA, send me a support ticket. Hey, publish this. I publish it immediately, and it's published. And then you can send out push notifications. So you go to Compose, you type the title, what the message is, whether you're sending it to your native customers. So you can segment out. Maybe I want to send a message just to my Apple customers, maybe just to my Android customers, or just my web, or I only have a web app, so you're going to select that. Well, you'll see some features change when you do that. For example, if I hit web app, the location disappeared. So a cool thing with native, if you want to go native, is you can add the location feature, which means you can set it so that they will get the push notification only people that are currently in a certain area at a certain time, at the exact time you send it or at the scheduled time of when you send it. So say I send it at 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock for happy hour, but I only want the message to go to people that are literally like within, you know, a half-mile range, right, of the location at that time. Because if they're further than that, they're probably not going to get in their car and drive over for happy hour. But if they're within a half mile, they might go ahead and come on over. And I only want it to go and so at 4 o'clock, only people that are within a half mile of my store are going to get that text message or that push notification. Another way to do it also is you can just do geofencing, which means that anyone, when they enter the geofence at any time, once I've posted that message or pushed it out, will then get the message because they entered the fence. That's another cool way. Like if they get within a half mile, say, hey, did you know that today's this? Oh, wow, cool. So really cool features you can do. Obviously, that's location. And like I said, when you go web app, you don't have the location part of the push notifications. So that's just one of the, I guess, the cons of not having a native app. But as the industry has already proven, push notifications are read less frequent than text, almost like emails, because they come over so often. So if you really want to send a message and make sure it gets read, you're going to want to make sure you get them signed up on some sort of an SMS broadcast system. Because I know me and everyone else, you read an SMS when it comes over. It doesn't go unread. But push notifications, if I get too many, because I get notified I got this email from this account and there's this update and there's a news notification and or an Amber Alert and da-da-da-da. There could be a lot there that get hidden in a big long list of notifications, and so I might not pick them up. But the texts are always there with that little icon under your text message thing saying you have unread text messages. So you're going to read those. So those are always king, right? So like I said, you can go to, I'm going to leave this. I'm not sending a push notification. I'd have to publish this in order to send you guys a push, or I could test it right now. But transactions, it would show online orders. In Grow, we have this cool feature, Promote, which allows you to create all the promotional material your business needs up front, right? Gives you all the quick step-by-steps, what's going on. So you go to Setup, and you see what's included. Automatically gives them the template for a poster, a table tent, and a table card. You can set up what kind is it, a membership poster, right? What's your main color? Take a screenshot. So you're going to like take a picture of, oh, this is what the app looks like so people know. I'm going to go to a different screen. I want like the main home. So you pick the main screen you want. I'll take that screenshot. I'll apply that. This is how fast you can make your promo materials for everybody. I mean, I'm literally this app's almost built, right? I go to Promote Web App. Look, done. All people have to do now is scan this QR code. So those of you that don't have this app yet, literally, if you scan that QR code right now with your tablet or your phone, you're going to get this app. It's going to load immediately. You also get a shortened link, and you can edit all of this to say what you want. And you can always go in and change that image. And then when you save it, right, and you download it, it's all ready to go. Another cool thing you can do is you can also have the QR code be for a specific feature, because maybe when people load the app for the first time, I want it to immediately load loyalty, right? So it automatically changes the short and the QR. Really cool ideas. Or maybe I want it to go to a whole different custom URL for whatever reason, right? And I can say I want to show this or show that. So it's really great stuff. Very simple. Don't save those changes. Leave it to where it was at. Leave that, and I'm going to show you one other thing.
It really puts you in an instant position to be a major player in the app design market, because there's so many different tools that are out there. I mean, gurus are pushing. There's no match system to what we're offering you guys tonight. And this is our best deal ever. We've offered on ApperSnap. Go to agencysnap.com, and then under the actual product, you're going to put the coupon code ApperDeal. to reveal that great deal. It is limited, I think, to 50 people. I know a bunch of you already jumped on early because I posted it early, but this, I can't even tell you enough about ApperSnap. It's one of my most favorite products that we've ever put together.
So here, now I'm going to show you guys the most complicated thing that you have to do in ApperSnap to build your app, and that's the CNAME. The most complicated part, it requires a little bit of programming knowledge, but this is how simple it is.
This might scare some of you if you have children in the room. You might want to ask them.
and then I can pause my screen because I gotta go to our main dashboard. Where I really don't want to show you how I get in there, because then you'll guys see my password. And I can go and I can publish it, and then once I publish it, I'll send out a push notification to those of you that have loaded this, and you'll get it. So here I go. So here's my GoDaddy account, right? My account. Now I know some of you don't use GoDaddy. I can only demo GoDaddy. I can't demo anything else because I only use GoDaddy. This is how simple it is to build the CNAME. I'm going to go down to my domain management. I'm going to click add, and I'm going to select CNAME. I'm going to call this one Black Friday. Let's see. That looks good. No, Friday. FRDY. How about that? That looks good. Points to webapp.pwahosting.com. Black Friday, FRDY. That's going to be my CNAME. Save. All right. Now it's probably, I'm already there. So all I'm going to do now is I'm going to go in here and I'm going to go to add my web app domain. This can only be a CNAME. It cannot be a main domain. All right. Now I can put it in here, right? Black FRDY dot keithguyton.com. And unless my CNAME wasn't already created, which it probably already is, this should say processing. Yep, look, your domain's valid. Now add your domain, add. So this takes probably, it'll say in progress, about 24 to 48 hours. And now you can just give people that CNAME to go straight to the app. So it's great for a business like Bob's Burgers. Now, because if they have bobsburgers.com, the CNAME is going to be app.bobsburgers.com. How simple is that? It now adds it into the search engine optimization, so it can pull it up. And we have some other real cool tricks of the trade and different things in other services where we have redirect snap that'll automatically detect what someone's using to send them to the right thing, whether it's for mobile or not, or Android or Apple, or we have some really cool stuff that we're gonna get into. Like we said, this is a marketing marathon on Black Friday. So hopefully you guys have been entertained for the first third of it. We are gonna give you guys an intermission. We have that planned out with something very entertaining during the intermission, so everyone can go get a break, maybe go warm up some leftovers to continue into all of this. And this is our app builder. And I just built that, so now I can go out to any business I want, and I'm going to swap. I can say, here's the basics of this app. All right, we can add a loyalty feature for you. Look at this, free medium pizza after 5 stamps. We got a pizza house perks, right? So this kind of shows, oh look, this is really cool. After 5 points, I get a drink. 5 more, I get a free salad. So on and so forth. So that's the tiered, and then I can also have just a straight out, get so many stamps, get this. So lots of cool options. So I've already got this pretty much built out. All I got to do is go to a business now and say, hey, how would you like to use this? And it took me a few minutes. And let's say even if I sold it to them for $50, like I said, I just made $50 in 30 minutes. And all I'm going to do is put in their contact, put in their logo, and say, there you go, print out the promo sheets for them that are already made right here. Send them. It gives you a little zip file. I'm going to email it to them and say, there's all your press kit stuff. Go ahead and print that out, and you're up and running. And call me if you want to make any changes or add any other additional features, and you can send them a feature list, which is all part of our supplementals. So in here, by the way, our supplementals, this is about almost a gigabyte of sales slides, sales pointers, how-tos, just a massive amount of stuff. Knowledge base is a bunch of how-tos and what each feature does and how they work. This is my own personal YouTube channel where I go through what I've done here and I break things down into little 3-minute chunks so that you're like, oh yeah, how did he do that one thing? You can go to my channel and be like, oh yeah, there's that little 3-minute video. Create an app. We do weekly. I do weekly webinars on this, where I'm already up to I think like number 6, which you get access to go back and see the replays on them. Training, right? There's a whole also over 50 generic videos that were created basically for progressive web apps and our app suite design studio, and just it's a lot of great stuff here. I mean, you can really just dive in and figure out a ton of stuff and how awesome progressive web apps are, and that we literally have the best app design studio on the market that is the easiest to use. And like I said, I'm going to publish this when Ed takes over the screen. I'm going to go into our main account. I'm going to publish that app I just made, and then I'll send out a push notification somewhere along here, and the majority of you or whoever had it are going to get that push notification once I publish it. So I think I've got a good. We've covered a lot of this on apps. I think you guys get the gist of it, and we should probably at this point move on to something else. Or no?
Let's
yes.
talk about our other product. This is one that's been over almost $500,000 to develop over a couple of years. Let me take the screen.
Go for it, buddy.
So this product is Sales Text Chat. This product allows you to place a little bit of code on any website and start collecting leads and also chatting with customers from a little chat widget. There's a full dashboard for every agent, and you can also add a downloadable PC chat that notifies you at the very bottom of the screen when there's a chat, anytime there's a reply. We have Chrome notifications, so if you're an agent and you're busy messing around with your fantasy football team and a chat comes in, you'll get a little screen, a little widget at the very top will indicate that you have a new chat or you have a reply to a chat. That way you can always be on top of a customer, because it's very important, especially when you're dealing with customers that are texting, to be very quick in your replies, because you lose that customer rather fast. That's why we have implemented so many different techniques and ways to get notified that there is a text chat, a new text chat, or a chat reply. There's also browser notifications. Anytime there's a chat, many are familiar with browser notifications, the system will notify you that way as well. So let me kind of get into it. I'm going to go to Dynamic Text Chat, and then I'm going to go to our demo page here. I'm going to ask all of you guys, I'm going to put this in the chat box. This is our demo. So pretend that this is a dealership website that has the buttons implemented. I'm going to need some of you guys, because it's going to be sending messages via a shortcode. I'm going to need you guys to text in the word purge DMS to 69696. So text in the keyword purge DMS to 69696 and let me know when you guys have done that. Put a 1 in the chat box. You can do purge DMS. It can be lowercase or uppercase or a multitude of different character sizes to 69696. That way you're cleared for testing. And then when you're ready, you guys are going to come in here, hit the chat button, the text us button, put in your name, your mobile number, and your question. And then we'll start seeing these text chats start coming in. Keith, if you don't mind doing that too.
Yep.
You're going to want to do purge DMS to 69696 and then use the example that I put inside the chat box. That way we can see the new chats that come in. I'll even do it via Google Voice. Just to show you guys what it looks like here. All right, so I'm going to do purge DMS. Boom. And then I'm going to take my phone number here for my Google Voice. And paste it in there, just in case some of you guys don't want to test it. I'm going to assume that you guys aren't.
Word again?
What's that?
What's the keyword again? I'm sorry, I was trying to publish the app.
Purge DMS.
No, I did that, but do we have a keyword to text in yet?
No, we're not doing any keyword texting in.
Okay.
I'll put James. And then I'll put the mobile number in here. Do that again. Paste that in here. Ed, James. Hi, I have a question. Start text chat. Now the first thing that happens is we're sending a text to the mobile phone right away. And if I come back over here, you'll see here 696. Hello, please confirm that you'd like to receive information from Leads Beacon. Reply with the word yes. So I replied yes. At that moment, I got sent an email, a text message, and it's also showing up in my dash as a new lead. And it should be under whoever set as the default agent here. That would be Keith Gaitan. Keith.
Yes, cool.
Actually, I can probably see better who it is down over here. Ed James, he's under Mark Shinneberry, so I don't know how Mark Shinneberry got sent that. So if I log in as Mark Shinneberry, because he was set as the default, you'll see here.
All right, it's going to get the message.
He is got this chat to his phone. He's probably wondering why he got it. But now he can come in here, whether it be on a mobile device or a PC, and start chatting with Ed James. All right, so he's going to send that to Ed. And then instantly that'll appear down here as a reply. That's great. What is your favorite color? So you can see everything is instant. And let me see if I can go to my email here so I can show you the notifications on that. If that did notify me. Because it was signed to Mark. It probably went to Mark. Yeah, it did go to Mark. All right, so I'm going to go back and show you what it looks like on the mobile device. So Mark Shinneberry got sent a link that there's a new chat, and this will appear on his mobile device. So I put that in inspector mode and go into mobile view. This is what he sees on his mobile device. So now if he's out in the field, he's on vacation, he's at the beach, he can still get these live chats that come through on his website. And then he can reply at any time. So I'm going to reply like I'm a customer. Red is my favorite color. And then I'm going to send that. And that should appear instantly. It'll also make a noise on Mark's phone and notify him. And you might have heard that right there. And at any time, let's say Mark is not the expert in whatever product or service this customer is interested in, anytime he can come in here and transfer that chat instantaneously. So if I click on transfer, he now appeared, he cannot reply anymore because he's not in charge of that chat. That chat got instantly sent to the main dealer. So I go back. You'll see now it is assigned to the main part of the dealership. Now keep in mind, you don't have to use this for dealerships. This can be used for any niche. We just use our focus towards dealership because that's what we're proficient at. John has probably several hundred dealers set up for text chat right now. That is why we're kind of geared this towards that. And we've offered it to everyone on my list before to start offering this to their clients, whether it be a small mom and pop or a mid-sized business. This will allow you to do it and get leads and instant chats and sell products using a simple text chat widget or a web chat widget. So the chat is assigned to me. At any time, I can transfer it back. I can close the chat. I can even send it to a CRM that handles leads as well. John, are you there?
I'm here. You want me to say a few things about compliance and
Sure, absolutely.
the rules? So this is absolutely vital for a business, not only because a lot of leads come in by text, but because the Federal Communications Commission has strict rules when businesses text. All right, personally texting back and forth, no problem, but applying to any commercial use, you have to be compliant. You have to have express written permission, and you have to prove that. So if a salesperson, and we focused on dealerships because they're pretty large small businesses, they have a lot at stake, but most businesses have a lot at stake. If your salespeople are texting and they're doing it off their phone and you don't have a record of it as a business owner, that's very bad because it does not prove express written permission. Even, and this may seem counterintuitive, if a customer texts a salesperson or someone in that commercial institution, if they initiate the text, that still doesn't count as express written permission, right? So having a compliant dashboard where we have on record kept literally forever in the cloud, the express written permission is extremely, extremely important. A single violation, meaning a single text from somebody, or a salesperson texts out, is a $1,500 violation. So if you have 10, kind of dialogues going back and forth, that's $15,000 in fines, right? So the rules are getting more and more strict. They're not getting more lenient, and they're just going into really a serious enforcement phase now, right? Because people are getting more text. I mean, all of the government regulations are really driven by complaints, and I forgot what the actual percentage is of telecommunication complaints now from texting, but it's the majority of complaints. So you're going to see stricter and stricter enforcement, and it literally applies to every business. I mean, if you're in a commercial setting and you text somebody, I don't care if it's your best friend ever in the whole world, all they have to do is report that you texted, and if they don't have, or if the business doesn't have on file that express written permission, that yes, that you saw in the text box, or in the case of a click on the website, a double opt-in, you're liable, right? No ifs, ands, or buts. So the idea of having a compliant texting platform is even more in demand today than it was when Ed designed this way back years and years ago. So really, for a business, this is an insurance policy as much as it is a lead generator, and it's a major lead generator because virtually everybody comes in by text on their phone now. A couple of dealership stats that we have, and pretty much industry agrees across the board. Outside of an actual walk-in, meaning somebody walking into that store, the closing ratio on a text is better than any lead coming in by phone, by email, by chat. It's a 1 to 4. It's about a 25% close ratio. Because when a person, think about this, when a prospect does give you that permission to text them, as a business owner, you have a lot more information than you had if they call you, right? Or if they email you necessarily, right? You've got their cell phone number and you've got their permission to text back and forth. So this generates serious leads, but it also prevents a serious problem if that one customer complains and says, wait a second, you texted me 15 times, I never gave express written permission. It's becoming a very serious issue. So this is kind of sell with the positive, but be aware of the negative. Any business communication, there is no exemption. Any business communication has to have that express written permission. The only way you can really do that is with a platform like this that saves that express written permission, and just the prospect of a potential $1,500 fine sells a lot of our text chat. I have to say.
Yeah, I mean it's critically important. I mean, John, you know of several dealers personally that have been fined millions of dollars, and
yeah, and it's not just the one-on-ones. I mean, there was that famous case with Lithia a while back. I mean, it ends up to be very, very big fines, and of course, legal fees are included, right? So there's every reason for an attorney to pursue this, and it's easily documented, right? If you don't have the proper system. Also, if somebody wants out of texting. Of course, our system automatically purges that, right? They text stop, they're out. There's no human involved that can mess up. But you've seen some of these cases go in, and all the person really has to do to prove it is to show their, text history on their phone, right? And they said stop, and like nobody stopped, or they started texting without express written permission, and boom, done. It's not even a difficult case to take. It's cut and dry at that point. So again, I always like to sell with the positive, which is, hey, look, a text lead really is worth as much as a walk-in. And at least in the dealership end of the business, I mean, walk-ins, they pay $600 per head for somebody to actually walk into the store. But there's always that compliance issue that not only is not going away, but it's getting pursued more and more these days.
And I found it ironic when I created this a couple years ago. John, first, he approached me and was like, yeah, this is what I want to do. And I was like, I was on the fence. And then I kind of ran into my own little personal scenario where one of our cars got into an accident and I had to buy a new car. So I literally, I went online, looked at a car, and I texted the dealership using one of their widgets that they had from a competing company. And when that text went through, it went to the wrong person. They called me the wrong name. It was a total debacle in the process of buying a car. And worse off, the next day, I got sent keys in the mail for some stupid dealership contest. So what I learned from John later is these guys sold my information. They sold my information to another dealer, and I didn't even talk to anybody about the car that I wanted at the actual dealership I went to. I went to their website, and now another dealer is approaching me for business. I found it kind of odd.
Yeah. I mean, there's all sorts of abuses out there, right? Having a self-contained platform in order to control text. Also, too, and again, this is a big seller to owners. It's like, look, if you're salespeople, I mean, let's just say they knew about the compliance and they got express written permission, and the first thing they sent was a message that said, do you authorize this text? Which, of course, is never going to happen, but let's say they did. As a business owner, do you really want that communication in somebody else's hands, in a salesperson's hands, where you can't control and see the dialogue, right? That's another selling aspect of this. The entire dialogue is kept and archived for anyone can see. Now, what my dealers actually do is even when a first text comes in, right? Any operator, any general manager can CC themselves, so they see exactly when it comes in, how it's handled by whoever's responsible for answering text. A lot of these guys have 2 or 3 people that in their BDC department handling this. And they can, sort of eavesdrop on the texting back and forth, but they always have a record on what's been said and what's been promised. Right? Again, texting is a very dynamic tool. It leads to a lot of good potential sales prospects. But unless you have a platform like this, you lose control as a manager or a dealer. You don't see what's going back and forth with your best customers, your potential best customers, right? So the best dealers that use this are the ones that actually have somebody in charge, CC'd, looking at all the messages. Because even in the best case, everybody does everything right. Every once in a while, one's not answered, and so the GM can jump in himself on the platform that Ed just showed you and say, gee, sorry, no one got back to you. I'll take care of this right away. But worst case, you don't know what's going on between the customer and the potential salesperson, or what promises are made. This allows you to have that record and that data. I mean, for the incremental cost, I can't see any business not having this, really. This is one of those things that, I mean, a few years ago, right, when Ed developed this, maybe not. Today, I think this is one vital piece that if any dealership, or actually any business that's on the web or communicating with customers, doesn't have a text chat platform, I mean, they're losing out, right? From the positive end of it, from leads coming in, and also from the potential negative, not having a record, because customers are texting. It's just a matter of whether you have control over it or not, right?
So at the end of the day, John, when I was dealing with that one customer that felt my information wasn't that important, I ended up following up with them like 2 days later, and it's like, why hasn't anybody replied to me? All I've gotten is messages intended for another person, which is kind of a privacy breach, if you ask me. I finally said, F it, dude, I'm done with these cats. I went to another website, and I swear, I bought my car. I show proof on another webinar If you guys want proof of that, send me an email, wootext@gmail.com. I actually bought a car using text messaging only. I sent them all my docs via text message, all the communication via text message. And what ended up happening is this other dealership ended up losing like a $35,000 deal because they had an inferior texting platform.
Well, absolutely. And the thing is, I mean, the thing about texting is you can attach pictures, right? You can attach video. So in the service department, this is migrated from sales in dealerships in the service department where they can take a picture of brakes, take a picture of service that needs to be done. They're not hanging on the phone, you know, trying to get somebody with voicemail, trying to get an approval. And again, I mean, I think it applies to any business, right, that can sell with pictures or can sell, you know, really any customer now texting. But that's a good point, right? That in fact you can do almost everything by text, and customers even prefer text, right? And so, I mean, I think it's transitioned from a few years ago where it was kind of a competitive advantage to have it, right? To now it's a must-have. If you don't, you'll definitely lose customers, and that's the realization that's coming through dealers right now, loud and clear.
So I put in the chat box, get the best deal ever on sales text chat. This includes 2 licenses to use our service on any website. Go to agencysnap.com. You're going to use the coupon code DEMMDEAL at agencysnap.com to grab the deal. The lowest pricing we've ever offered it. And John, I just realized the reason why Mark Shinneberry was getting that message, he was assigned on a round robin here. So I'm going to remove him off of round robin. And probably later I'll probably remove him totally. But just so you guys know, for any dealership, they can determine, and any agent, they can determine the hours of operation when they're available to chat. Like, for example, if I'm going on vacation on Sunday, I can take myself off the notification list. I'll do that. There's several different ways to get notified. You get notified via email. You can alert by text. You can turn offline messages on. So let's say if you're busy with a customer or you're busy with a big client and you don't have time to answer calls, well, you don't want to lose a customer that texts in. You want them to know that you're still around, but you're just a little bit busy and you'll get back to them. Well, you can set your offline messages and then turn that on. Many agents, because especially at heavy use dealerships, so they get a lot of text, they will get tired of getting alerts every time there's a reply, because some conversations can go on a thread of maybe 30, 40, even 50 back and forth conversations on one text chat. So if you want to get alerted on one, well, this will notify you as soon as the chat comes in. Then it's on the agent to actually reply after that, because our system won't send him any more notifications. So if he's on top of his dashboard and on top of the chats, generally most dealership agents will be able to close a deal or at least get to some sort of solution in a text chat within a few hours. So there's no need to keep logging in every single day for that one conversation. We did create this one solution. This was Elena's idea. We had a dealership out in, I think it was California, and it was a high-end dealership. They were selling like Lamborghinis and Peugeots, all those top-end, high-end cars. And we were wondering why they weren't getting any leads. Well, it turns out when they put the widget on their site, they were getting leads. The agent that was assigned to the leads didn't think text chat was a great product for lead generation. And we went through their text chats, and there was literally chats that went like this. Hi, my name is John. I have $50,000 to put down on the Porsche. How can you help me? Or another one said, I have a trade-in. I have a Land Rover I want to trade in to buy this Jaguar. And this guy was just ignoring leads. So this guy's boss, what do they call them, internet managers, was pissed off because all these leads were going to waste. I mean, this guy literally passed up several $1 million in leads coming through the website. So we implemented this feature where he cannot ignore the leads, because the system actually calls him and says, hey, dickhead, you have a lead. Please check your email and start the conversation. So we implemented that. A lot of great features. I'm going to show one last thing, and we're going to get into an intermission here. Remind you guys, go to agencysnap.com. Get our best deal ever on sales text chat. The coupon code is DEMMDEAL. And that is in the chat box. I'm going to show you guys our web chat real quick. This is a cool little demo. I did this the other day. So I'm going to go to install widget and go to test dealer page. So I'm going to put this side by side so you guys can see this in action. So I'm going to put this guy over here and then this dashboard over here. Hopefully I can slide this over so you guys can see. All right, so this is our web chat. feature, this does notify agents still via text message if they have a customer on their site, even though this is only web chat. So I can come through here. I'm a customer. Let's say I'm interested in this Ford Edge. I put in my name, Ed Killins, and then email killins@yahoo.com, blah, 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 blah. Enter the question. I like the Ford Edge. And then choose a department. Let's assume that these departments were car sales, truck sales, service center. You can set up unlimited departments. Send the chat request. And then this says an operator will be right with you. So all this stuff is customizable inside of the widget center. So if I go back to web chat, you'll see here under edit widget, all this can be edited. If I come here, let this load here. You can determine all the settings of the chat widget. You can select the image, where these images go, the image size, all the words that are said during the conversation. You can even determine which questions you're going to ask for lead generation. You got full what you see is what you get editors. You can echo the customer's name inside of the widget at any time. If there's no operators, you can divert them either to a phone number or a website while they're in chat. There's so much you can do while in chat. I can show the business card as well and set the timeout when if there is no response for a customer, you can say, sorry, the agent is unavailable. Please contact us, our support desk, or put a link to support desk or to a phone number. You can also determine all the closed functions. There's a transcript link that can be mailed. You can send it to the manager. You can ask for a rating, all that good stuff. Everything is recorded, and it's easy implementation. It's simply taking code, copying it, and pasting it where you want it to go on your website. So I started that chat. I got to find out where that chat went now. So let me refresh this. That chat went to Edward Hopkins. Well, thank God it went to the right person this time. All right, so there's the chat. Obviously, I got notified via email. I got notified via text that this came in. Let me pause my screen and see if it came in via email. Yep, and there it is. So I'm going to click on I have a new web chat. So if I was checking my email, I would just click here on my PC or a mobile device, and it'll instantly open up the conversation in a chat. So imagine that I am on a beach, and I don't want to miss out on any customers that come to my site because I'm dealing with high-ticket items. I'm going to immediately join this chat, and you're going to see the interactive. See, it just put in my my business card up here, and then it says I've joined the chat. Now when I start typing, hello there. Now the customer says, wow, thank God I'm finally getting some reply here because I've been sitting around for like 10 minutes. Hello there, and I'm going to reply, and that'll instantly appear on his chat, which is it's like a snap. It's within 2 seconds it'll appear. Now here's the cool thing. This is the thing I like, and I've done this with several customers that come through WooText because I have one of the widgets on there. They'll come in here and start asking a question like, hi, I was asking about blah, blah, blah. So as soon as they do the topic, blah, 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 or whatever they're talking about, I'm already seeing what they're typing, so I can already start replying. And there's been some instances where I've actually answered the question before he asked it. And it kind of makes them freak out a little bit because I can always see what they're typing. So that's another.
They think you're a mind reader. It's awesome.
I had one guy said he's like, how did you do that? He goes, you did it like 2 seconds before I hit submit, and had the full reply ready. So that was cool. So we're gonna go to intermission here. If you got,
okay, let me add one thing too, just before that, kind of on a positive note with the text chat system. Of course, I can CC myself if I'm a GM or an owner or general manager, whatever, right? And I can overlook and see conversations, and I can jump in if somebody doesn't respond. And of course, nobody sees my cell phone number, right? This is through the text chat system. So I can be labeled the general manager, but I can be anonymous. That customer doesn't necessarily have to know my information. I have seen literally deals saved, right? Because a general manager, even an owner, was bright enough to see a text chat come in after hours, jump on the phone and just identify and say, hey, look, we're open 8 o'clock tomorrow morning, but we're not open now. And I've seen customers wait, and I've followed the text chat through to know there was a sale there. So, I mean, imagine being an owner that can send out essentially a text to retain a customer. Customer's impressed that the guy responded, but in fact, I don't have to reveal my cell phone, so that customer doesn't have my personal information, and I'm going to get bothered 18 ways to Sunday. It's just a neat little technique that I've seen sales saved just from a GM coming in, off a CC saying, we're after hours, but somebody will respond to you 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. Just thought I'd mention that because it knocked me out the first few times it happened. I thought it was fantastic.
It's so valuable, and we're only showing you like some of the best aspects of all of our products on this call. I mean, there are so many additional features that we don't have time to cover that it would just blow you away. I mean, there are so many tools. We have a social. Anytime a customer comes through any widget, automatically add them to remarketing. We have a full referral center, reputation management, a staff notifier, inventory chat, mass SMS, mass email. It's insane. All the features, it's almost too good to be true. But
I like
there's a lot of money invested in this, and when you go through all the features, literally, we could spend probably 2 hours just on the features of Text Chat System alone.
I like how you can take an inventory list and it'll automatically generate a short code for each item.
Yeah, that is the best part because we didn't even get a chance to talk about the keywords yet. You can generate keywords for any product and put them on a car, and that's what the inventory chat be used. But also for print and media advertising, it'd be great to be able to have a short code text in my big keyword is 69696 to get the latest deal from my dealership or get the latest deal from our mom and pop store. It's a really powerful system. Like I said, we don't have time to go for it. Everything is customizable, all the messages, all the keywords. You can send media, SMS. It's insane. It's like I said, there's just so much to go over, but we go over all the training inside of our members. There is a full members area just for this product. This product is also bundled with Beacon Snap, which we'll show you at the very end of the call. You're going to go to agencysnap.com and then the coupon code for sales text chat. If this is the only product you guys want to deal with and have time for, go to DEMM deal on the actual coupon code. So agencysnap.com, DEMM deal as the coupon code. We're going to take a little break here. This is going to be an intermission.
And just before we go to break, I just want to tell people what's coming so they can come back after break. But we're going to go over our Wi-Fi marketing system and our awesome coupon. Probably some of you have heard of Coupon Commander, and this blows it out of the water. So we still have those to go over and a lot of other stuff after intermission. So please come back.
Okay, we're going to be back in 8 minutes. Keith and John, I'm going to ask you to mute your device. And then we'll be right back, guys.
Starts in 8 minutes. Yum, yum. It's time for a tasty and refreshing snack. We promise to satisfy your hunger, your thirst, your sweet tooth. So visit our refreshment center now. Let's go! Show starts in 7 minutes. It's refreshment time, folks.
Taste that beats the others go. Pepsi pours it on. Taste that beats the others go. Pepsi pours it on.
Yum, yum. It's a meal in itself. Our all-meat super dog. Enjoy one now. Show starts in 6 minutes.
As everyone knows, rainbows usually have a treasure at the end. Let's follow this one and see if we can find the pot of gold.
Father, I suppose you've come to claim the treasure.
Well, we'd like to see the gold first.
Ethan, there's better than gold in here, me lad. No, just look here, no.
Candy, refreshing soft drinks, popcorn, ice cream. Well, that's some treasure, but anyone can buy luscious treats like these at the snack bar.
You don't tell me. Do you suppose you could get me a job as a snack bar attendant?
Show starts in 5 minutes.
We're happy to have you with us this evening and want you to enjoy every minute of your stay here. And while you relax and stretch, visit our concession where you'll find something to please you. There are ice-cold drinks, delicious sandwiches, ice cream, coffee and snacks, and many other pleasing treats. Our foods are fresh and tasty, our drinks satisfying and refreshing. They're so good.
You get more out of life when you go out to a movie.
Show starts in 4 minutes.
Visit our snack bar and treat yourself to some delicious Castleberry's pit-cooked barbecue sandwiches. Cook the Castleberry way, slowly over open pits of glowing charcoal, then season with a sauce that's zesty, yet delightfully mild to please the entire family. Also at the snack bar, you'll find popcorn and soft drinks and candy and French fries to go with your Castleberry's barbecue sandwiches. There's plenty of time before the movie starts, so visit our snack bar right now for Castleberry's pit-cooked barbecue sandwiches.
Still plenty of time to come and be served at the refreshment center before showtime.
Show starts in 3 minutes. Show starts in 2 minutes.
Your attention, please. All new Hotshot electric in-car heaters have been installed for your comfort and convenience. Just insert heater through car window and turn on the switch. When leaving, please turn switch off and replace on speaker post. Warning, high voltage. For your own safety, do not attempt to repair or remove wires. Do not attempt to open heater unit. If you need assistance, please notify the theater box office or concession manager.
Show starts in 1 minute.
Please remember to replace the speaker on the post when you leave the theater.
And now, on with the show.
All right, we're back.
All right. Here we go.
All right, so
Here we go.
what's the next topic we're talking about here?
It's wireless snap.
Wireless snap. All right, let me turn my mic here. I'm going to hand the screen to you, Keith, if you don't mind.
Bring it.
There you go.
Got it. All right. So this is very, very cool stuff that's really starting to dominate once again. There's a lot of info to go over here, but on the educational side, offering guest Wi-Fi has almost become required. It's demanded. When anyone goes anywhere that they're going to spend any amount of time, and that's usually somewhere where you're going to sit down and hang out. So you're talking coffee shops and restaurants and sandwich shops and mostly food oriented, where you're going to get a beverage and hang out for a while. And you were going to demand or you expect there to be guest Wi-Fi. Why wouldn't you? It allows you, for some that have limited data plans, or maybe you're in a bad coverage area, or you're going to use your computer and you need to open up your laptop and you want to get some work done over lunch and different things. So there's been a huge study in that it's expected, and people are even basing choices on where they go for lunch and where they go to hang out based on, do they have guest Wi-Fi. And so businesses all over are putting in guest Wi-Fi. This system will work internationally. It's a very simple system. But what it does is it takes any guest Wi-Fi system and instantly turns it into an automated marketing tool. So when they offer guest Wi-Fi right now, when you go into places like here, right, you log in, I'm on my computer. This is great. If you go near campuses, and most people live near some sort of campus, all of those little shops that feed and thrive off of students, because they get students that go there and they do study sessions and they're on their computers and they're going to pull late night hours for their exam the next day, and the coffee shops and all that. They're giving away Wi-Fi and they're getting nothing in return for their effort. They're thinking, oh, well, if I give it, I at least get them here. They're going to stay here. They're going to drink coffee and do that. But they're not really capitalizing at all on offering that guest Wi-Fi. And why not? Because majority of people are okay giving out some sort of information about themselves. I mean, look, everyone puts themselves on display now on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram, on Snapchat. I mean, they just put their whole life out there. So giving a business your email is like second nature. I mean, I even go to a grocery store, and the grocery store is like, yeah, put in your phone number. Everywhere is asking for phone number or email. Everywhere I buy stuff now, they're usually all using that square thing, and so you swipe, and then it's like, oh, do you want your receipt? Text it, email it, or not? Those are your choices. They don't print it for you. They're like, you can get your email if you want it by text or email, or no thank you. Like they pigeonhole you into giving up your information. Well, when it comes to Wi-Fi, then there's no reason, if you're offering guest Wi-Fi, to not immediately say, hey, here's how you log in. And you ask for either them to log in with Facebook. So they just log in with Facebook, and it's going to log them into their Facebook account, and you're going to immediately capture all of their Facebook data, whatever they've built their profile with, their name, their birthday, their email, their phone number, all that information you're going to immediately have in your own database. If they use just email to log in, just phone number, if they use Instagram to log in, same thing, it captures all that data immediately. So now you have the customer data, but on top of having the customer data, our system has automated triggers, and I'm going to go over that now, where you can set it and forget it marketing. Preset the triggers. Someone logs in. The minute they log in, they get a message that says, hey, thanks for coming in today. Maybe on their 5th login, wow, thanks for coming back again. Here's a coupon. Share this with your friends. It also tracks who your most frequent customers are, how long they're on. And so let me show you some of that. So in our, what we call wireless snap, okay, and I'll build one out for you, right? You're going to go in here and you'll just you're going to create basically you create a location, right? So I add a location. Let me add a location here, right? So I'm going to call it, let's call this Black Friday, right? I'm not going to pick routers or sensors right now. It's not needed. I'm going to pick an address. I'm going to pick for my location. I'm going to pick La Jolla, San Diego, right? I don't have an actual street number, so that's okay. We can put all that in and get more details later, and you'll see why this is important. So I add that location, right? So now I can go in here and I can build a splash page for this location for login. So first thing I'm going to do is I can pick a logo, right? So if I'm going to pick a logo, right, I go, okay, what picture am I going to use? I'm going to choose a file. So I'm going to go your logo here, I think, is a good one that I have. Maybe this one better. Yeah, that one. Let's go with this one, right? So it puts that there. Now you're going to want to probably shrink it down, which I'm going to do here, to about 300. That's about better for visibility, especially on like a mobile device. Okay. Now that's blacked out, I know, but that's okay because I'm going to add a background image, right? So I'm going to choose a file for a background, and I think I have a sunset or something here. It's cool. Or is it Oceanside Pier at night? Looks pretty cool. All right, I'm going to upload that. This is how fast you can build. So once again, I'm showing you how fast you can make money. You build this, what's called the splash page. All right, now I'm going to go and I'm going to pick my restrictions. How do I want people to access the internet? Okay, I want terms of agreement. Right, I'm going to say I'm going to ask for Facebook. Right, I can demand that they give me their gender. I can say, okay, I'm going to enable Instagram. They can use Instagram, maybe phone. You put things. I can even create custom fields, right? But right now, I like Instagram, I like Facebook, I like email, and phone. Right? I'm gonna enable that. Now I can really segment it. Now, as we know, SMS is king. So actually, I'm gonna go to email and I'm gonna disable that one. I don't want them to be able to give me an email to log in. I want them to use their Facebook, because then I can use Facebook. I can use Instagram. I want Instagram, and I want phone. Right? So now, when I go in here, right, I'm going to save those settings. Always save as you go along. Right? So now, here's what I just created and how fast I did. This would be the login. So when someone selects that business's network, guest Wi-Fi, they immediately get this pop-up. And this is a live demo that you can use with people. And I'll show you right now. So if I use my Facebook, so I agree to terms. Okay, I want to use your Wi-Fi. I'm going to be here studying all day or whatever. I use Facebook. Because this is my computer, it's going to remember all my Facebook credentials, so I'm not going to have to go in and necessarily log in and do all of my info. It's going to launch my, and if I put a redirect, which I think it had a redirect already in there, I can then redirect them, let's say, to the menu, or I can redirect them to a coupon or an offer, or you name it, anything that I want. So it's redirecting now. And I didn't set the redirection, so I don't know where it's going to go. So it's just to Google, right? So it's just to the basic Google page. But now what I want to show you is when I go back here, right, because we're playing with this, immediately in the access log, when I refresh, let me refresh my page. Go to my access log. It's going to show me now. And it's going to show all my data immediately. That now they just captured all my data. And this is just the demo, right? I'm not hooked up to an actual Wi-Fi network for their system. This is just the system so that you can demo and show the system to them. So you see, it shows right now, how did I check in? I checked in with Facebook. Who? It was me. What time and what was the date? I'm a male, because this is all my information that I have with Facebook. So now they have my info, and they can take this and they can upload it, right? They can export the data into their system. I can look at different areas. Now I can also block the user if it's someone that I don't like. I can take known users and I can look at their profile. So this is a really cool feature. It knows that this will go to my Facebook page if I click it. If I go here, it just shows my data, who I am. So it builds great profile information within the system. So once again, it's data collection, customer information, which can be a business's most valuable asset. I don't know if you guys ever watch Shark Tank, but when you watch Shark Tank, one of the number one things, it's not the widget that they sell. A widget is a widget. People are buying more than the widget. They're buying their customer database because that's where the money is who are your customers and where are they. This is probably taking so long because my internet's being taxed right now. Usually it's a lot faster. But see, there's my profile picture on Facebook, and this is all, they have all this now. 2 minutes ago, I agreed to the terms. All of this information immediately. So now here's some other cool things that happens. So we've got all this in here, right? Well, what we really want to do now is for this business is set up what are called triggers. And these are how the triggers work. Go to triggers. I don't have any. So I go to create a trigger. And these are my options. I can set up a trigger for when a device connects. I can set up a trigger for when a device is nearby or when a device is no longer nearby. And I can determine that do I want it to be every time they're not in range, the first time they're not in range, after X times, or X times do it. So maybe I only want to give them a message 20 times because then it's going to be annoying. Or I only want to do it after the 10th time, only on the first time. Or I'm just going to do it every single time that they connect, right? How many, do I want it unlimited or only so many times? So you can still get into even more finite settings on this, right? I can undo unlimited. I can say, okay, I only want to do it 1 time per day or 1 time per month to this person because I have a regular. Every time they connect, but only once a month, send them the message and says, hey, thanks for coming back. So you can really dial this in, and you can set up an infinite amount of triggers, okay? So as we go along here, you'll see that, so it's if this, then what? Well, then I either want to, I want to integrate them into my MailChimp account. Well, no, I want to add them to my constant contact. Actually, I want to send them an email. Or I'm going to do a webhook because maybe I have another service or another feature that I want to webhook into like a review building system that I use or an SMS campaign. I want to automatically send their info right into that other campaign system that I have. Maybe I want to send them a text or a picture text. So in this instant, because I didn't use a phone number, we're going to say that I want to send an email, right? Or I could just do text. Let's say, you know, text is king. I might as well stick with text, right? Then where? Well, I set up the location. So I have all these different locations, but you're going to pick which location that they're logging in on. And this, the reason that this is here is because if you have a chain, you can determine each different location will set off a different set of triggers. So you can really get into some cool stuff. So okay, let's add the trigger. So now I add the trigger, and when do I want it to happen? Do I want it to happen when they connected? I said every time they connect, and I can say I want it to be a day later. I can have it be hours later or minutes later after connecting, right? Well, maybe if they connect, I just want to say thanks for coming in maybe an hour later. And there's the message, right? So I'm going to say thanks for coming in. Right? And I can do a test, right? I can send the text to myself as a test. I can't show you my phone, but I can do a test and it'll pop up. And then I can add the trigger. And then literally you set it and forget it. So you can set up 10, 20, 30 triggers based on when customers are connecting to the guest Wi-Fi, when they're in range of the guest Wi-Fi. So let's maybe say that someone's meeting up at the coffee shop, but they didn't bring their laptop or they're not opening up their laptop to connect, or their phone. They're not going to connect their phone or anything. They're hanging out, or maybe they're in the business next door because it has a pretty good range. It can say, hey, I see you're near, come on in. Also, you know, if it hasn't detected me in range for, let's say, and this is really cool for a business, for a restaurant, let's say, they haven't detected the device in 2 weeks that connected to the system, they haven't detected you, it can automatically be triggered to send a message, right? So I can say, okay, every time, unlimited amount of times, every time they're not around, and I want to set it for if they've been out of range for, let's say, 21 days, right, and an hour, I want to say, we miss you. Please come back in, right? I updated this trigger, so I would actually make a new trigger, right? Sorry. So, and I can label what this trigger is. This is, what an SMS 1, right? That's good. I'm gonna update that trigger, even though I added changes. But you'll see I can add another trigger. Stand by. So now I can go to triggers. I've got 2 in there. I got my Black Friday. I've got this SMS 1, right? And I can go in and I can show the history, how many times it's been triggered, when it was triggered, who got sent the message. Obviously, there's going to be no data here right now, but you can really get detailed on what's going on and how it's all working. So let me go back to triggers. So I've got these set up, right? I got SMS triggers. So, and I can create more. I just keep creating triggers after trigger after trigger after trigger. So what I want to show you now is if I go back here to this location that I just made, my Black Friday, for my account, I gotta find my Black Friday. I just made it. Well, we are live, right? Didn't I name it Black Friday, guys?
That's how it goes.
Did I not save it? What did I do? What did I do to not save it? That's okay. I'll find another one. I made a location, though. Hold on. Let me see if I can find the La Jolla location. Maybe I just named it Black Friday. Stand by.
Demo Black Friday Day.
Huh?
Demo Black Friday Day.
Yes, that is
you
true.
guys seen the disclaimer at the beginning. We were just running through all of our products as fast as we can. Anything that could go wrong could possibly go wrong.
So I guess I didn't save my location properly. So I apologize for that to everybody. Rather than go through the entire thing again, I was just going to say that I could show you guys how it was working. What did I do here? Anyways,
somebody.
I could go to that landing page. Here it is. Let me go back here. So this will help me if I just stick with this one. No, it's not going to take me there. Stand by. It's my Black Friday location. That's where I'm like, what happened there? I should be able to go right to it. Well, I was going to say, if I reopened that splash page that I made for you guys, that's now not showing up here.
Is it on a different page under location?
I don't know where it's at. I can.
There's 3 paginated pages at the bottom of your list.
Yeah. So should have been under my account. The newest one usually shows up here. Anyways, I was going to say that if I went there and you guys put in your phone numbers, which you could, you would all of a sudden get all those messages. That's what would happen.
At the time you specify those triggers to go off.
Right, at the time that I specified those triggers, you would see that it's a live. So what's cool about it is it's a live demo that you can show people, because you can take them, you can set up a single sheet, a single which one was I using for demo? Was I using this one? Maybe I am. Let me use this one. This might be my demo sheet. So if I go here, I think this is my demo. I should just have started with this one. Yeah, this is my demo, right? So here's my demo I was using for a company that bought. So this was my demo, and they actually bought. So I have this whole thing. So if I view this page, I showed them this, and it works. So if you guys want to go into this page, and so if I give you this link, basically, and I go to the chat box and I type it in, You guys go to it. You'll get this page that'll pop up. If you go in to use any of these triggers, then you will, and I think I have some pretty good triggers set up for this one. You will get immediately, you'll get, let me see which one's going to go out right away. One of these I have to see how they're edited, but you'll get a demo right away. This is every time they connect, send a picture. So if you guys use your phone, you'll get a picture. And I believe I have it set to like 2 minutes. Let me double check. Every time, unlimited, yeah, immediately. So if you guys go into this and select that, you should, and you use a phone number, you'll get it immediately. So you'll see that it actually works. This is a way to just demo it to everybody. And the same with the email. So maybe if you want to use your email, and double check this one, it should go out right away. It shouldn't be delayed. Every time, unlimited, yeah, immediately. So if you guys go in to this system, to that page that I just sent you, and you enter and you log in with any one of these, then you will automatically get the trigger within a few minutes. Is how it works, to see that it actually works. But you can set this up.
What I really love about it is, like, for example, if you know your average customer is going to be in there for, let's say, 60 minutes, you can actually set a trigger to go off, let's say, 90 minutes later, to ask them for reputation feedback. And most every product we've shown you today is easily tied into reputation marketing, very easily. Whether you're using a reputation system inside of Sales Text Chat, or you're using an outside service like iReview Builder, everything integrates perfectly with our system.
Absolutely. So with this, you can set allowances, meaning you can say, okay, I can say that someone can only be logged in for so many hours and they can only use so much data, and set that up so you don't get someone that abuses your network, sits there all day long, right? Streaming movies and has 1 cup of coffee. You can set data limits and time limits. And the cool thing about time limits also is you can also set it to be like maybe once a week. That way your regulars don't have to re-log in, but once a week. And then within that, and this is taking a while, sorry guys, but I'm home. It's Black Friday, and the kids are streaming movies galore. So, anyways,
you know what? I got 2 of them upstairs gaming right now, so hopefully when I start showing off my side, it's not that bad.
Yeah, so it's usually a little faster than this. But anyways, you can set up all of that stuff. It has great analytics. It'll show you how many new customers you get, how many are repeat customers, when was the last time they were there, what device they're using, what browser they're using. So a massive amount of stats and data. All of my customers on this are extremely happy and thrilled with it. I have one, we have like 20 triggers set up, and they just fire off, and they don't even have to think about it. You always have to spend the brain damage thinking about the triggers when you set them up, and then you set them and forget them, and you're done. And it just runs like a well-oiled machine. So Wi-Fi marketing is very simple, and literally my sales pitch on this has been like 90 seconds. Like for Gastropub, which is a huge location, they're part of a bigger chain that I'll show you when we get to our coupon thing. But it was a 90-second pitch. I just sat down. I said, hey, is there anyone here I can do a sales pitch with? The guy said, yeah, hold on. The general manager came out, and I literally I showed him that demo. As you see, it said Gastropub, right? I showed him this. I said, you're offering guest Wi-Fi. I see the password up on the board, or I asked the server for the password. Instead, I would just select it, and I would use my own info to log in. You would collect it, and then I would automatically then start sending messages with these triggers, and I showed them the triggers, and they're like, where do I sign? That's how fast. I mean, literally, it was less than 90 seconds. I mean, they were just like, that's amazing. That's how fast I sold it. So it's a really fantastic system, the way that it works. Okay, here's the stats again. So you can see how many SMSs were sent, emails sent, So it looks like 6 of you all signed up for this because it just updated that 6 emails have gone out to you people that did the triggers on this one. So that's accurate. I got 3 total visitors, 1 return visitor. Boom. See, there's how many? I had 4 connected all at once that all did it at the same time. It can show you they all 3 of you used email instead of code. So it really breaks down all finite information, and then you can export that as a monthly report or a weekly report or even a daily report to your customers to keep them very happy and with everything. And so in locations, when you're in here, I'll show you when I edit this location. This is where I set my time allowances. So you can name the Wi-Fi network anything you want. So that's really cool because it's, so the caveat to this, by the way, is it has a hardware piece, its own router. And so you're allowed to name it, control it, do everything with it, and all you do is plug it into whatever existing router or modem they have, and then just tell them to change the username and password on their current network so that this one is the primary that shows up, and you call it, so-and-so's guest network. When people look for the network, it'll automatically pop up and they'll use it. You set your time allowances and done. You can firewall people that are on there too excessively. Registered, so if you have a lot of regulars or employees, you can take their MAC address and make it as a recognized registered user, and they never have to log in again.
What I really love is you can just set up the demos. You don't have to get into buying hardware for any client.
No,
close the deal. That's the best part about this. You can create unlimited landing pages. I mean, you only really need one landing page to demo this, and just if you're trying to make it so it's customizable demo, you're just swapping out a logo.
That's all I did because I already had this built, and so when I went to these Urge people, all I did is I just showed them on my computer. I said, here, this would be your landing page. And they went, wow, that's rad. I love it. And then all I have to do is when I'm in here, if I go to my splash pages, I just change the logos to a new business, which, I can delete this one, I can delete this one, and I can go and grab a new image. Like, let's say, what was it? I did Swami's, right? Earlier. So I can do Swami's again. Where's their logo? There it is. Open. Right? There's their logo. Let me shrink it down to 300 so it looks better. Right? Now I go save. Now I can walk into Swami's, or I'm at Swami's, and all I did was swap the logo real quick while I said, hey, is there someone I can make a sales page to? Yeah, sure, let me go get them. Great. And then meanwhile, I swap out the logo real quick. I go to Google, I find their logo, PNG, and then I just go here. I'm like, yeah, so I'm on your Wi-Fi network, and I just want to let you know that I have a service that will allow you to turn it into an automatic marketing tool where now I would be given this screen when I selected your network, and I would log in with my Facebook, email, phone, or Instagram. You'd have my data, and then you can set up all of these really cool triggers, let me show you, that will allow you to automatically send messages to me either every time I connect, whenever I'm nearby, or whenever I'm disconnected for a long period of time and say you haven't seen me for 3 weeks, you'll want to call me back in to say, hey, I'd love to have you come back in. We preset them, and here's a bunch I've already set up to show you that this is a live working demo. So if you go ahead and go to this screen and select one of these, you'll see that you're going to get a message right away, and they'll do like you guys did. They'll do email. They'll look on their phone. They'll be like, bam, they just got the email. They're like, that's amazing, done. Where do I buy? Where do I sign? This one's so simple, it sells itself. It's just really easy, super fantastic, and it correlates and segues into all of the other products that we have, especially with SMS broadcasting, to say the least. So that's Wi-Fi marketing. Is there any questions on that one? Because it's so simple. I don't need to really spend a lot of time on it.
Yeah, there's not any questions. If you guys want to get wireless snap, this is a no-brainer. Get our best deal ever on wireless snap. Go to agencysnap.com. Put in the code wireless deal. It is showing up there. And you guys might be a little surprised how cheap it is because it's actually $0. This is included in our Beacon Snap package. Once you guys open up this deal, this will open up the Beacon Snap deal, which pretty much encompasses every single product we were showing you today except for Woo Text, all in one package. And then there's a coupon for the Beacon Snap deal where you can get at the best pricing we've ever offered at. It's an unbelievable package, and we'll get into Beacon Snap here at the very end. We do have $1,000 to give away. We have another $25 to give away, and I'm going to show it to you guys now. So Keith, you're done with this demonstration of wireless snap, correct?
Yeah, I mean, it's just so simple. I don't, it's just like I said, I can pitch it in 90 seconds. I don't need to belabor. You guys see how fast you can build a landing page and build triggers, and that's all you have to do. I mean, this is easier than the apps, obviously, and you can sell it and make pretty good money on it because I have almost a dozen people all paying me $150 a month, and I got them all in less than a month. It was pretty fast, easy pickings. I mean, literally, I just picked different places that I'd go to for lunch each day, and within a month, I was able to get 12 clients. That was my goal. I was like, can I get a dozen clients in 1 month? And it was a done deal. So simple. My net.
You do a really good job on the graphical interfaces of everything we've made. I mean, that helps sell it. Not only sell it, but it actually helps get more leads through because everybody likes to see a nice looking web page or screen. It makes everything stand out and adds more credibility, believe it or not. The more high definition pictures you're using, high definition logos, all that stuff helps out with the business when they're advertising online. Using any type of product, and especially the ones that we've created.
Yeah, and I do very basics, but like there's like for those of you that are like programmers or have some sort of technical information, you can get into some like crazy like CSS stuff, and like you can make the buttons, these buttons like be GIFs and animated, and you can like really get crazy if you want for the splash page. But most people are like, man, that is clean, slick, because I'm saying for those of you that are inclined, you can get really crazy for your demo and have people and sell it and do all that coding and make it really dynamic. But most people are going to select the network up at the top. It's going to pop the little pop-up window, which is going to have this. They're just going to select one and move on. So keep it simple and clean. Like, this looks really nice, and that's it. And then you set up the triggers and you're done. But it's just that simple. It's so simple. It's the simplest thing. It's the easiest, simplest thing I have ever sold in my life. It's unbelievable.
All right, so we're going to be doing our contest.
I'm sorry. Hold on. I'm sorry. I wanted to say this. It's so big a deal, and it's moving along so much that Yelp is in it. Yelp is selling Wi-Fi marketing to their businesses. They're charging $200 a month, and their service only does the one trigger, which is the connection trigger. So it can detect when a device is connected and when it's not connected, but it can't detect the nearby or the no longer nearby. So you have, it only does so their system does a third of what our system does. And of course, Yelp is in it because they want to collect all that customer data. It's Yelp based. It's going to be Yelp focused. So if you're trying to get Google reviews or do something else, that's probably not going to be. And even just as recently as not that long ago, TripAdvisor is also jumped into it, and they also just bought a company that was doing Wi-Fi marketing so that they themselves can sell it. So they're going into all the businesses that use them to get customers and saying, hey, we have a Wi-Fi marketing platform. Here it is. They show good pricing. You can use them as a competitive pricer to say, here's their plan, right? They're $99 a month, month to month, year up front, you get a discount, 2 years up front, you get a discount. But again, they're not as robust. They don't have as many trigger sets as our system does. So it allows you to charge more, or at least you know what the running price is. And you'll see that if TripAdvisor is getting into this and trying to get businesses to sign up, and Yelp is doing it and trying to get business to sign up, they're not dumb. They know that this is a cash cow, that this is going to be the future. Everyone's going to need this type of data capture at login, and you've got to have automated marketing triggers to thank customers for coming in, reward them for loyalty, and invite them back.
Awesome.
Now I'm done.
All right. So you guys at agencysnap.com, you're going to put in the coupon code wireless deal. That's going to reveal Beacon Snap, where you can get the Beacon Snap deal. Everything is all inclusive except for Woo Text. We're on to the next product here. We're going to start talking about Engage Snap. So I'm going to take the screen from you.
Okay.
And here we go. Let me know if you can see my screen, Keith.
Mm-hmm.
Are we good?
Yep, we're good.
All right, EngageSnap is our kiosk contest system, which allows you to grab unlimited opt-ins from contests that you're going to run on kiosk devices inside your client's stores. This model goes back November 17th, 2012. That's almost, oh my God, 6 years to the day. This was my very first creation called Magic Box. I did this with another partner back in the day. But you can see how these kiosks back then worked, and it wasn't even, we didn't have like the high-tech animations and coding and good-looking websites like we do today. But back then, it was a very effective system. You can see people going up to the kiosk, and they're putting in their information. At the same time, EB Games is collecting opt-in data while running this contest. Now, if I remember right, it was like he had it set for like the 300th person wins Call of Duty, Black Ops. I think it was like Black Ops 1 back in the day. They're up to like Black Ops 20 now, aren't they? But you can see the line. The line actually, during the video, you can see it. It wraps. It's almost like 150 feet long, almost 200 feet long, this line of people going in EB Games for this launch and putting in their data. I think at the end of the day, they ended up with like 800 opt-ins. And they liked it so much, they ended up keeping it there for several more days. And then it became a staple there once they finally signed on an agreement. So it was a very huge deal. And I'll fast forward this a little bit. You can see everybody going through the system. Back then, the touch technology just sucked. And you almost needed someone there to babysit it. Now it's the technology is so advanced now with jQuery that it doesn't need any babysitting. It runs by itself, just like an app on a mobile device. And also, we have an app that you can put on that pretty much locks any device, any mobile device, so you can run these kiosks without the fear of somebody breaking in and putting up porn on the website. People like to play these little pranks and have it display on the device. Not with ours, not with our new app. This is a very powerful system to get opt-ins and get opt-ins very quickly. It's always recommended run at least a fair contest, make it available. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you real quick. We're running out of time. We're about, my God, we're like 24 minutes away from giving away $1,000. So these are all the settings here that you can do. You can determine the store owner's information so they get notified every time somebody wins or loses, because you can offer consolation prizes. Your contest settings, you have several submission ways. You can do phone or just email. You can do scratch to win, spin to win. We are adding, I think it's casino slot machine here probably in a couple weeks. That's coming down the line. I'm just going to do a general contest where we're just collecting opt-ins, and then we're going to pick a winner. We can determine the dates between our contests. We can have a error message show up if those dates are outside of what you set here. For our winner settings, you can do a multitude of winners. I could do like number 4, 5, 6, 7 are winners. Or if I add an asterisk at the end, I can have it go through every single time. So it'll go 1, 2, 3 are losers, and 4, 5, 6, and 7 are winners. Then it'll go back through again. 8, 9, 10 are losers, and then 12, 13, 14. You get how it works. It just keeps recycling through. So putting an asterisk actually makes it recycle through. So for this contest today, the fourth person that comes through is going to win $25. Maximum number of times one subscriber can win. I have it set to 1. We can hide winner loser message after set everything that is in the kiosk and set up. You can set the phone number mask based on your country, whether it be UK, Australia, United States, whatever mask is familiar that people recognize this as a phone number. That's how they'll format it, so they're not putting in accidentally ones, the country code and dashes and all that crap. You know we're asking for numbers. You can customize the mobile text here. Everything is mobile ready to go on a kiosk, whether it be in landscape or portrait mode. It'll automatically adjust on that tablet on which way you have it, up or down. And then,
I mean, the cool thing is they can even put this up there as a QR code, enter our contest, and you can access that to enter it on your own phone.
Absolutely.
Put in your information. It's so cool because now they don't even need to have a tablet on display that someone could tamper with. They can just have a QR code. People scan it. It brings up the tablet, punch it in on their own phone to see if they win. It's so cool.
Or even text in a keyword. That's another way they can do it. You can set your winner message, loser message. All that can be set. You can set the loser SMS. I mean, people ask, why do I use a loser SMS? Well, I like to give consolation prizes because they went through the trouble putting their information inside of the kiosk there. So you should definitely consult with your client and what they can offer for like a loser message. Maybe it's 10% off their order, or maybe a free order of breadsticks, whatever it is. It's always nice to have a loser consolation prize so people don't think they're wasting their time. And who knows? Maybe everybody likes breadsticks, so they'll tell their friend. Their friend will come in, put their number in the kiosk, and they'll get their free breadsticks. So all we're doing is building a list, and breadsticks don't cost a pizza shop that much money. So allowing resubmission after minutes, we can set how many times it can be resubmitted. And then we can set, please, only one entry per 3 minutes. All these error messages to make sure that nobody scams you out of your prizes that you're going to be giving away. Click on next here. I get to choose all my colors, all my logos, all my front-facing images are done from within this system here. We can choose our Google fonts. We can make anything look the way we want it based on Google fonts. We can use custom CSS if we want to make things dance around here. We can enable a splash screen. So if I enable this, I'm going to do bounce. I'm going to go to the very end here and save this so you guys can see. Then if I refresh this, hopefully the splash screen will take over here. And there we go. So now we have this animated jQuery that is on the screen that gives a little bit of attention to the kiosk when somebody walks in. Win-win, let's play. They tap on it and they put their phone number in. Look and feel, go back here. Like I said, all the colors. You can customize the button sounds, the winner sounds, the loser sounds that'll play when somebody wins or loses. All these custom settings built in. You can ask for birthdays if you're doing birthday marketing. You can force compliance. You can do a ping URL where anybody that puts their information through here, the system can be pinged to a system like Infusionsoft automatically. It's got built-in reputation management. All you do is put the Google Places ID. Most every single business that is in Google My Business has a place ID. You plug the place ID in here and determine when that SMS should go out. So let's say somebody goes to the kiosk here, puts in their information, and they get a winner or loser message. We can still send them a request, hey, how was your experience at Godfather's Pizza? And then this is the SMS that goes out with the review link. That way we can push reputation marketing through this system as well. You can also send every person that comes through, whether it be email or phone, to a remarketing system on Facebook audience. You can set custom prize settings based on the number who won. If you remember I showed you earlier, you guys can set like the first, the fifth, the seventh person, the winner, where you can make specific prizes for each one of those levels. And what's awesome is it gives you a nice little preview here, how everything looks. If you don't like it, you can go back. It gives you all these links, and these links are specific. If we want to only allow one entry per phone, we're just going to do this link here. For multiple entries per phone, we'll do this here. So I'm going to put you guys here. The first person to come through on this link is going to win 25 bucks. So let me know. Actually, the fourth person is going to win 25 bucks. So let me know who gets the winner message. I want to see it anyway. I'm going to give you guys some time.
The cool thing about this is you could say, because you set it to be 4, 5, 6, 7. Number 4 gets the grand prize. Number 5 gets this consolation prize. Like, so you can just set up all those different prize categories and have a lot of prizes out there in addition to all the consolation prizes.
Correct.
It's a fantastic system.
All right, guys. Go ahead and go to that link in the chat box. And if you're the winner, we will let you know. All right, the winner is the number 626. Who's the 626 number? 731.
Is your screen frozen?
No, it's not.
Paused?
It's paused because I'm showing identifying information, everybody.
Copy that.
Who is 626-731? You're actually the winner because I was testing it too, and I actually won it. So the next person is the winner. So you might have got a loser message, but you're really the winner. Yeah, BJ, you got the loser message, but it was because I was testing to make sure that was working, and I happened to win it. But BJ, you were the next person, 626, so congratulations. Send an email to wootext@gmail.com and send me your PayPal, and I'll send you $25. All right, Keith. Wow, we got like 15 minutes. We're going to show off for Engage Snap. There is a one-time offer. You guys don't want to get into Beacon Snap and all the other products involved. You guys can get Engage Snap as a standalone product. So what I'm going to do is send you the link for the deal on Engage Snap coming through right now on your chat box. The coupon code is Engage Deal. So if you're only interested in Engage Deal, you know what? If you just get Engage Snap, you're going to get the next product that Keith is going to show you automatically free. And that's our coupon snap. So you're going to see both of those on agencysnap.com. You're going to, for Engage Snap, you're going to put Engage Deal. And then once Keith is done with the coupon snap, we are going to show the deal for that as well, which is included in both Beacon Snap and Engage Snap. That's the only product that's included in both. So Keith, are you ready to show us coupon snap?
Yeah. Bring it.
Yeah, we got about 10 minutes to get through coupon snap, and then we got maybe 5 minutes for a quick overview Beacon Snap, and then we'll let these guys go on their merry way.
Yeah, and then we'll touch on mobile wallet for a minute too.
Sure.
We got lots of stuff, guys. Lots of stuff. It's like it's a smorgasbord of awesomeness. Okay, so here, this is where I've created a directory. So this is my Urge people, and I got them on Wi-Fi marketing. And so now, of course, I'm going to go in and I'm going to try to upsell them on a little bit more. So within our coupon system, our coupon snap, and I like to call it personally Coupon Captain, because I know there's this other system out there called Coupon Commander. And we smoke Coupon Commander. Like if it was a drag race between Coupon Commander and Coupon Snap, we would be at the end of the runway winning the race before they even left at the green light. That's how much better our system is than that system. For those of you that know what Coupon Commander is and how it works, I mean, they might as well just be a stalled hot rod.
Yeah, that's one of those inside jokes you guys might not get and might not be laughing about.
Anyway, so you can also, you can tag certain coupons as features. So this is the directory. So for this company, which is Three Local Brothers, they have several companies. They have the Urge Gastropub. They have an O-Side. They have a provisions company. They have brew houses, Mason Ale Works. They have wine tasting. Here's their other Urge location, wine tasting location. They have a speakeasy special place that you have to reserve in advance, pay a fee, and you're only allowed a maximum of a 2-hour time limit to even be there. And they even have a pie place, and I forgot one other one, but they also have a coffee shop. So they're running the gambit on everything. So I created this coupon directory for them to show them that, look, we can create this cool directory, and then you can go to coupons. Now this, I'll show you, I'll open it, but it looks better obviously in mobile, so I got to go to Inspector and put it in mobile mode. So you see how cool it looks, not full screen, right? So go to Inspect, and you'll see, because this is mainly for on a phone, right? So on a phone, this is what they would see. They're like, wow, that is so cool. It looks like, a beer, right? So the coupon's not valid yet, and we can get into all that. It's only good weekdays 4 to 6, and this is not a weekday, and it's not 4 to 6 here in Pacific time zone. But I created this. I got directions to go to there. I can click here to get it. And it's also, our coupons are data capture or not data capture. You can also say that you require them to watch a video, or you can even require purchase, which is what I'll show you in a second here, a really cool feature that when I need them to stand by, I'm going to go to exit this, go back to here. Like for this one right here, the 101 proof, if I open that one, this one, because like I said, it's you have to buy it. So let me go to Inspector, go back to, because this is all kind of mobile based, right? So we're looking at this thing, right? Oh yeah, that's cool. Now you can even set a countdown. You can set that the coupon expires at a certain time and show the countdown timer. I mean, you can get so crazy with this thing. And I go to unlock now. Oh, I gotta buy it, right? I gotta pay with card, right? You set it up, you pay. This is, so this is a great example I was trying to show them. These are all the really cool things that we can do with this coupon builder. You can build an amazing coupons in about 2 seconds, and you can post them because they are URL links, right? they can literally put them on all their social media and have them out there ready to go, so people can grab them, share them, put them all over the place. So as we build them, right, so they're within our Engage Snap, right? So if I go to a coupon, let me go to my coupons, and I'm going to grab a coupon here for another company that I'm playing with, that I'm going to go to and say, hey, I got something for you. I think you're going to like this, right? So it was like, I think it was Altitude Trampoline Park, right? So I'm going to go to edit. So I was playing with these people because I took my kids there the other day, and I'm like, hey, man, I bet I could sell them something. So I'm building something, right? I build it ahead so that I can always have something to show, because if you have something to show, it's going to make them want to buy, right? So I go in here and I start building this, right? And it shows you that there's the different views as you can customize each view, meaning here's the first view. I've loaded the coupon. Oh, I like it. You know, buy 1 hour, get 1 hour free. These guys are making money hand over fist. They charge you $10 per hour per kid. I got 3 kids. That's $30 for 1 hour. And they all want to be there for 2 hours.
Good for them. Good for them. Bad for you.
Yeah, it's cheaper for me to take them to freaking Disneyland, dude. Because I can buy a
you can buy a trampoline for like $80, I think.
Yeah, but it doesn't have all the fun, cool stuff that they do, right? But like you can go in here, the description, power. I can put directions to. View 2 shows when they go to unlock it, right? Thank you for claiming. Present this to the cashier, right? And then they're gonna, you can see all this. Like we have this custom edit. We have Pierre here. He's kind of like our was it Rob Ross? Was it Rob Ross, the guy?
Yeah, the wispy cloud.
Bob Ross.
Happy little clouds, happy little trees.
Yes, Bob Ross. This is our Bob Ross guy. So what happens, and I'll show you in a minute. So then I go to description 3, which is okay, scan this. And you don't even have to authorize a scanner. You can even make a password code. And it doesn't worry, you don't have to worry about people knowing what the password is. Because if they put it in, it's going to redeem it, and then it's going to look like this, and they can't renew it because it recognizes the device, and they will screw themselves out of the coupon because it'll say, "Oh, sorry, that's redeemed." You can even set it up to where, let's say you have a special, but you only want to get the traffic, but you only want to give that deal to 10 people because you can't afford for your happy hour to say, okay, pints instead are $5 off or half off. Right, from 4 to 6 for the first 10 people. Well, you can set this up so that when the person comes in, if they're the 11th person, it says, sorry, this coupon has reached its limit. Try again tomorrow. Oh, I mean, it's so amazing, all that cool stuff that you can do with this thing. But when you go here, our little Bob Ross, Pierre dude, so when you go to edit, right, it opens our editing screen. And so this is where I can do the custom background. Like here's my background. I can change the background. I put in this moving background, but I can go find a different one and put it in. And I can change all the colors. But we make it really
anything that you can select in that window is editable. Everything you can make some pretty badass looking coupons. And there's another member in our group, and he's knocking it out of the park with just his graphical interfaces and how he designs his coupons using our system. You're doing a great job too, man.
I made another one. Where's my fire one? I made one for their food. Where's the food one? Like the food one, I put like fire in the background, I think, for a GIF. Nope, that's not it. One of these. Which one? Maybe this one. I forget, but I made fire. Yeah, right. But if I put it in mobile mode, like you can make some really killer looking coupons for people, right? For them to go out there and use and promote and share and put this all over their social media and create the directory. So my idea behind this, and then I'm going to do is I'm going to build a new directory. So I built it so Three Local Brothers is the company that owns the Urge Gastropub, the people that bought my Wi-Fi system, right? I've only installed in the Urge locations thus far, the 3 locations. But they're gonna have me go to the Mason Ale Works and to the wine tasting rooms as well. So in all, I think it's like I'm at 13 locations, and each location. So my pricing is $100 per location for the Wi-Fi marketing if I get a bulk deal. So you can see how that's working out for me with just one customer right there, and that's one billing. That's so simple. Oh, I love it. Anyways, I was going to do this for the Chamber of Commerce for the city that I'm in. because with this Chamber of Commerce, I'm going to go in because they have an app for the little village that they're trying to promote all this, buy local and blah blah blah, all this stuff here in Vista, the Vista Village people, and I'm going to build this for Vista Village for the Chamber of Commerce and walk in there, and I'm going to have a coupon built for each of the businesses that are within the village that they're promoting, and say, look, because they have an app. Someone else beat me to the punch on the app. They already have it. But I told them I can turn it into a progressive web app that might be more popular. But I'm trying to go in there now, and I'm going to say, hey, look, you could add this because this is just a link. And I actually have an app. And the app, and I think it's already because I published it for fun. I'll just see if it's up. Demo.com. This app might already be up. So I put in just to show you guys how you can incorporate everything, like everything works together, right? So this is this. I'm just playing with this to have some fun. And this is what the app. So it's the beauty of a PWA. Just to backtrack for a minute, is it works on a PC. It works great on a PC as well. So it covers all your bases, right? So okay, but I put in here as it loads. Let's see, I'm a continuous guest, and I think I have guest access. Yeah, so I put in here coupon. Well, what I did to show is this is how the coupon would read, is there it is. There's the directory. So you can put it right into a PWA, have the directory right there, and maybe it's several coupons like, go ahead, Ed.
That's sick AF.
Yeah. So now you built an app for a business, and you put this coupon feature, which is our website feature, and you just put the URL for the directory, and now they can say, okay, so a dozen roses, here's a special. Carnations, here's a special. Here's a bouquet special. Here's so like they can list all these coupons available to their customers. And the cool thing, and to get into here, is you can set up in here. I wanted to show you, and Ed might be able to help me.
Yeah, you got like, I'm gonna give you 1 minute to wrap up. Then you got to get to Beacon Snap, everything we didn't cover, and then we need to give away $1,000.
Okay, so I wanted to show that. So you can set the timers and everything, but where is the? Okay, so set the claim method. So for this one, I made it a video, and I put in this video that they have, which is their safety, right? So you got to watch the safety training.
Make sure you put all your volume.
Right? Or this is where you can say, I want your personal data, and then it breaks down, and you can make what's required, what you need. If you want them to just share the coupon on Facebook so that it just promotes you and builds your social profile, or if you need them to make a payment. There's just so much dynamic stuff you can do with Coupon Captain.
And it's part of Engage Snap. If you guys pick up Engage Snap as like the only thing you guys want to focus on, if you guys want to get Engage Snap, everything else that we've shown you on this webinar, I mean, we only tapped like just a tiny bit of what Beacon Snap does and all the features of it. I mean, if there's ever a feature that's missing that you guys would like to see, that's what our staff does. We are always on this end making things work for you, even if it's for one guy. If it's a really big deal for you and you need a feature, we make it happen. Keith, show them Beacon Snap real quick, like the training center, the webinars.
So I can't believe we're at 3 hours. We should have done a 4-hour marathon. So here's our Beacon Snap dashboard, where you would get access to everything. Leads Beacon, which is mobile wallet, which I haven't even talked about. Here's your Apper Snap, Engage Snap, Lander Snap. You can build landing pages, sales text chat. We went over that. We have a voicemail broadcast system. Here you can use beacons. Here's our wireless snap. So you can get access to all of those via the Beacon Snap Ultimate membership, or you can a la carte several of these things that we partitioned out for you guys.
Features on the left-hand side there, just this stuff.
Over here, like in programs, or I'm sorry, software, this is ridiculous because we have redirect snap. That's where it'll dedicate what kind of device you're on so that it sends you to the correct link that you want them to. For example, within mobile wallet, that's really friendly for an iOS device versus, say, a PWA is more friendly for Android. You can put the redirect snap code on your domain, so if someone goes to it, if they're iOS or iPhone, it'll send them to mobile wallet, which is embedded on every iPhone. But if they're an Android, it'll automatically send them to the PWA to do that.
Go to subscriber campaigns real quick.
Yep.
We have a full mobile wallet system. It's the best mobile wallet system online. We can do SMS campaigns, like I said, you get access to your text and web chat, sells text chat. We do browser notification systems. We're the first ones to do video browser notifications. It's totally sick. You also have a ringless voicemail system and voicemail campaigning system built in. All this stuff is included in Beacon Snap. I put in the link in the chat box. If you guys want to get a best deal ever on Beacon Snap Unlimited Agency, put in the code Beacon Deal. It should be visible on your page, agencysnap.com right now. I think.
Yeah, I mean, we got PWA emulation where if someone just wants their website to save to someone's phone, if they save the home screen and have an icon image, so it looks like a PWA. We got PWA emulation. Our caller snap is like your whole Cricket call service center. Wireless snap is there.
All right,
integration.
3 hours in, we have to give away $1,000. So here's the instructions for everybody. You guys are going to type in the following code. Get your hands on your keys. It's going to be a 4-digit number. Ready? 9870. You win $1,000. Oh, I got to scroll down. I'm backwards. The winner is Steve Mullins. I will take a screen grab of this. Steve Mullins.
Congratulations.
Steve Mullins. Not a member of anything. Hey, Steve, you want to make a deal? Maybe you should, Steve's laugh. You should probably grab Beacon Snap with the funds that you just won. But congratulations.
We'll trade a year of everything.
Oh, congratulations, Steve Mullins. Wow. $1,000. Who came in second? Hey, I want to give $25 to the person who came in second. Dennis Graves, you're number 2. Send me an email to wootext@gmail.com, and you win. You came in close second place, and then I'll go and see how fast you guys were. Third place, MP. Fourth place, DJ. Fifth place, BJO. Sixth place, DM. You guys are so close. Some of you guys, I mean, I thought that first guy, I thought he typed it in so fast. I wasn't even done actually stating the comment, and he actually had the code in first. So congratulations, Steve Mullins. And Keith, you want to close this out? I'm glad we got through this 3 hours, man. It's lots
Yeah,
of fun.
I mean, I know it's a block, and I know the last thing was we have mobile wallet as well, which allows you to make these awesome wallet passes that go right into every iPhone automatically, which allows you the ability to use iBeacon, geofencing, and push notification, piggybacking off of Apple Mobile Wallet. It works great with Apple products. With Android, the hiccup is Android doesn't have a mobile wallet embedded native app. You have to download one, so there's a two-step dance, which is why PWA's kind of trumped that in every other way. But, you know, Beacon Snap, the complete agency, or just grab Apple Snap. We got Wireless Snap in there. We got Engage Snap with Coupon Captain. There's so much here that you can easily go out and get a customer that pays for all of this for you. So at the very least, it's free for you to keep a hold of all of this as you think about how to build it and use it to create some sort of get out of my day job plan, or I'm retired and need extra income plan, or just to use it for your own business. Maybe you're on here because you own your own business and you're going to figure out how to use all these marketing tools for yourself instead of outsourcing it to a third party, and you locked into this. Use all of this to promote your own business and move it forward. I mean, I use all of this myself, because I use the Wi-Fi. I made my own PWA to go promote my Wi-Fi marketing. So I send this out there so people can go to it. I use it for my main calling card, which is just the marketing group, which has all of my stuff. I just try to push everything out there, and I use all of this product for myself. I have a keyword short code, you name it. So I've been able to use it all for myself, which has allowed me to gain a lot in my own business, and it allows me to have true case studies for you guys, because I do training every week, and in training every week I bring real-life case studies from my customers, from your customers, from support tickets, from everything, and I just bring it up
Real
And
quick, can you show them like all the trainings that we do with the Beacon Snap, Beacon Bits webinars every single Tuesday?
Yep. So far, if you go to look at our training, watch our training webinars. I think we just completed number 70. So everything is here. I mean, it would be a marathon of you because most of our webinars are probably an hour to 2 hours long. So it would take you, 140 hours to get through it all. But it's real extensive. There's a lot of great information there. We're always on top of our game. We're always talking to everybody. We're really good on support tickets. I even get a lot of you have my phone number and my email and my Skype. And so I have a lot of one-on-ones with a lot of people all day long, every day. It keeps me from going out and marketing on my own, but that's okay. That's what we're here for. We have there's a lot of access to us. Even though this is built more of, you're supposed to be self-reliant, we give you the tools. You're supposed to learn how to use the tools, and then take those tools to go, build stuff, build your own business. But we are here to help you understand the tools better and help you learn how to use them. This is a do-it-yourself, but we are here, and we do hold your hand somewhat, but ultimately we want you to do it yourself, and we've provided great training and tools to do it yourself. So that's a Black Friday blowout. It's a whole marathon we did. I hope you guys learned a lot.
I cannot believe it went that fast. It's amazing.
Yeah, I knew it would.
We could have done another 3 hours just in what we left out.
Because I've only skimmed over the last few bits, and look at all this program. We didn't even go over any of the software. We could spend 20 minutes on redirect snap and shorty snap and PWA emulation. There's a whole nother 2 hours here in all the other stuff that we have. So whether you need to do some a la carte things and get comfortable with one or two of the a la carte items, that would be great. If you're ready to just go all in, go all in. But we tried to break it out into some of our key things that we thought you could start a la carte, like ApperSnap. Get your feet wet. Maybe get a customer or two that's bringing in enough money for you to then go all in on the agency, because then it's not out of pocket for you. It's being paid by your customers. But we're here. We're here to help people get out of the rat race or supplement what they can instead of getting that second job, which a lot of people have to do, or maybe their significant other has to go get a job now. This would be a way for you to eliminate that on your own instead of that second part-time job that's an extra 20 hours a week. 20 hours a week doing this, you would be, within a year, you'd have to put in 0 hours other than maybe an hour a week in just sending out the billing. So look at it in those kind of rose-colored glasses, I guess. This can really be your ticket to financial freedom for many of you, or just take the edge off of being on the verge of living paycheck to paycheck, having something left over. This can just be that extra income, or it's disposable income. You're like, hey, I'm going to buy this, and if I sell it, all the money I make off of it, I'm going to use towards a vacation or presents or this or that. Disposable income. So there's a lot of ways to think about how you would use this in your life now. But all of this is very, very prevalent. It's state of the art. It's number one in the industry right now. It's every number one marketing tool being promoted. Like I showed you, Wi-Fi marketing is really hot right now, and you could go in your township, wherever you're at, and just blow it up in a month and be bringing down at least $1,000 extra a month instantly within a single month of work. So in a month, you could have an extra 12 grand a year just off wireless, Wi-Fi marketing. Yet alone, then you tap in the apps, then you tap in SMS, then you tap in all of the little things that we have. There's just a lot here, guys. There's just so much. We're selling ourselves short at the pricing, but hey, we're trying to help people get going, and we're here to help give people a helping hand. So that's why we're not trying to charge an arm and a leg for it, because if you guys are successful, we're successful. So there you go.
Very well said. Thanks, everybody, for hopping on. Hope you guys have a great Black Friday. Make 2019 your year. We got the tools to make it happen for you. We're constantly adding new things to Beacon Snap, and it's always free for new Beacon Snap members. We have a Facebook group that can support you. We have a support desk as well. All these training calls. We look forward to having you guys on board. Thanks again, all, and especially thanks to Steve Mullins, tonight's big winner of $1,000. If any time you guys want to see this replay, it will be up. All the products on agencysnap.com, they will expire once we've reached the quota amount and the limited availability. So with that said, thanks a lot, John and Elena, for hopping on. Keith Guyton, thank you. This is Ed Hopkins signing off. We'll see you, hopefully, guys, in the Beacon Bits webinar this coming Tuesday. Take care, everybody.
Happy Black Friday.
Bye-bye.